Good morning, Joe. How are you?
Almost didn't get up to go do the blood work.
Yeah,
I said, no, I
I
might wait. I might just do it tomorrow. I said, no, I fasted. Let me go do it.
I just coughed up some phlegm and it was full of blood.
Well, that's not good.
So I'm just figuring that's typical. Here we're coming into the holidays and maybe I might have to go to the hospital. We'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping it's just not a major issue.
Well, usually when you got blood there, it is, but well, it is an issue.
But you got your blood test done and
And I got to go to Wendy's and get my croissant, everything.
there you go. Well, I went and did a ship this morning, and of course I had to stop by Tim Hortons. I figured I better treat myself because it's only 2 days till Christmas.
And we wonder why your body's telling you something.
Yep. Sunstar, Frank, Brian. Good morning,
Oh,
everybody.
said
Oh,
stop.
Giggles is here. Giggles comes in and says, Brenda.
I got to get the chat up.
So yeah, what I've got to figure out is, in fact, let me go over this computer and try and figure out.
I really need to watch Fox this morning. Find out, they need to put a list out of this bullshit Biden's doing right now. Somebody's doing
Yeah, he just
with the.
commuted all of the federal death penalty people.
Oh yeah, he commuted a cop here in New Orleans that ordered the death of a whole family. Bullshit.
Yep.
I tell you, they need to go. They need to go look and see if that signature is his because they have to be individually signed. And there's no way he's signed 80,000 of these things. They need to find out what's going on, and some people need to go to jail. Because they could call that malfeasance. I'm sorry. Somebody's doing that because they said Jill said to somebody, before we leave, we're going to burn the house down.
Yep. Well, they're a bunch of flaky balls.
He's been all his life.
Well, they're playing the game that they're entitled.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm waiting to hear that they won't. Nobody gives updates on Pelosi right now. She was in Germany, I think it was, and fell down a flight of stairs. Yeah, she had to have hip replacement surgery and everything else.
If it's the police or fire emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it now. For the police department, dial 2. For the fire department, dial 3. For the city clerk, election, records, cemetery law enforcement, dial 4. For the treasurer's
Who you
office,
calling, Bob?
dial 5. For the
Calling the city of Port Huron. That's where I gotta go.
city treasurer's office,
Yeah, are you guys open today?
8 to 4:30 today.
8 to 4:30, okay.
Yeah.
I'll be down.
We'll see you then.
Yeah,
Have a good
bye-bye.
day.
But I wanted to go down and get this taken care of right away because at 10 or 11 o'clock, it's supposed to start snowing again. I'm so sick of winter.
Says the person that lives in the North Pole.
I know, Mia. You can't go with me. No, you're gonna have to stay here. So you got any other plans this morning, or you can cover it while I go down there, or?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm stuck here because they're gonna do the pest today. This spraying today.
Okay.
I'm stuck here.
I might as well go now and get it over with, right?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe TJ will jump in.
TJ,
Or
come
Mark
in.
or somebody.
Somebody jump in here and Mark, somebody come in and join. Joe, he's gonna cover for me while I run down to the city building. Please, please, please. Mia, stop. Mia, she's smart like your dogs. She knows when I'm getting ready to go someplace.
Yeah.
So she starts this hovering thing.
You just said the last thing you got today. Go. Now he's trying to get something else from me. There's no liver treat y'all ate them all, you pigs.
Good morning, Rodney Bell. How you doing?
Rodney Bill. What's up, Rodney?
Look out, me. Look out.
I said, go. Go, please. Go. Oh, Lord help me. Okay, somebody need to go put an injunction on a law, this crazy man commuting all these federal inmates. Maybe we're sending them to Venezuela. Go.
Well, that just shows how screwed up our Supreme Court is, because they used to be able to step in and say, hey, whoa, you've gone too far. You've gone too far.
Well, they just
No,
can't
you
step
don't hear
in.
a
Somebody
word
got to
out
make
of
them
the
step
Supreme
in.
Court.
And Tina, go away now. Don't you ask me for another one. I could always put Christmas music on in the background, and then we could get all these copyright claims. I understand, Mark. Where's Lance? Lance, I know you are. Come on, Lance. Come get on here and tell me about that great drone, the Avata 2. Yeah. ADS. No, no, no. Go. I'm gonna sell you. You're gonna be in the pound on Christmas Day. Go. They're gonna spend Christmas in the pound.
Joe, they don't believe you.
Well, he looked the other way when I said that.
You know, I'm sadly, I'm not gonna be around to see it, but eventually they're gonna come up with some kind of a contraption to hang around our pet's neck and read their thoughts and talk to us, you know, it's like,
They have an app out there where you tell it what you want to say and it barks to them. People don't want to hear y'all. Go. Go. You have got any good mail coming. We got a Christmas card coming from my son and his wife, my favorite daughter-in-law.
well, Joe, if
We
you
got a
think you
package
got it, I'm
coming.
gonna head down there and be back.
We got it.
Somebody please come and join Joe.
Yeah, they don't care. They're not coming. Lance should be here.
Stay, I'll be back. You stay.
They see to eat out of their dish and leave me alone. I don't eat out your dish. Come over here and beg me for food all the time. Yeah, Jody, I heard Frank's looking for you. Wait, was that Frank looking for Jody? Go. That's it. We'll get that. Go. Can't believe Christmas is here in a couple of days. That thing kind of blew up on us. Later, Rodney. Have a great day. Merry Christmas to you. Need to get Johnny on the show and we could have a mornings on Frank on Paul's show. We could have a morning drone and coffee show. And then Paul gets on. He didn't pin his thing on top. How you like that? Hold on. Might be why people on here. The way it works. The way it works. It is the link. And he did not make me He did not make me the host. He just left. Yeah, I could tell a bunch of art jokes and then I'd run everybody off. I had a little Bucky thing. I could bring that thing out. Little puppet. Yeah, I can't believe Christmas just popped up like this. I looked up and all of a sudden, last week it said next week's Christmas. I said, you gotta be kidding me. It's just like the days ran together. All the different tournaments and stuff I've been doing pictures for. And like it's and then my daughter last night calls me and says, when we're taking pictures. I told her Saturday, let me know what time if you're still doing it. If I might be able to do it in the afternoon. She don't call me till like 5 o'clock to tell me when we're gonna do pictures. Then she tries to say, well, maybe we can do it later tonight. No, I'm not doing it now. You're gonna wait till Christmas Day. Yeah, I'm not gonna do art jokes. Trust me there, Mark. See something. I don't know how many of y'all put out videos regular, but the other day I flew with Johnny and I've got 5 videos I was able to make out of the footage. And I got this OCD thing. It's got to be exactly right. And I'm looking at this video and the title, as soon as the intro starts, the title flickers in it. I'm saying, what the hell is this? I go back and look at it, and on all 5 of these jokers, somehow I must have clipped the title like 0.02 seconds, and it was locked up in the front, and then it goes where it's supposed to. I don't know how I cut it. So all of those had that embedded in there. Couldn't even see it. It was a little thin line all the way against the wall at the end of it. And I had to go back and redo 5 videos, and 3 of them already posted. I mean, 2 of them already posted. I couldn't even fix that, so they're out there like that. It's a clip, a real fast flash. Yeah, Justin should be over here, Laura, or you, or David, or somebody. So I had to go back last night, and I had moved all the footage to a recent drone footage folder. So then it couldn't find everything. I had to go find it. Then I did one of them and looked at it and said, wait a minute, that's the wrong footage. I had the wrong footage in it, the wrong song in it. I had everything wrong in it. Wrong title. I had to go back and fix that. So it took me about an hour and a half just to go back and repair what I screwed up. That's what I get for editing while I'm talking to Paul on his channel. Well, then y'all no good to me, Laura. Y'all not on. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna have a dog coming in a minute and start barking at me. So I sent Joe Fodolio a little clip from Instagram about how everything's rigged for the Kansas City Chiefs right now, showing all the things that they did in the game that should have been penalties against them and things like this, or things that they said were penalties against them that shouldn't have been in the last game. How the ball boy called timeout and he can't do it. It should have been a penalty. Had to be the head coach, but he's too big and wobbled. Couldn't wobble fast enough for him to call a timeout. And just little crap like that, right? That they're letting them get away with. And I sent it to him and I said, rigged. And he came back and he said, well, we get calls both ways. You know, he's trying to defend it, but he knows it's rigged. What's up, Donald?
Nothing much. You know, if Paul's going to start a stream and then walk off, he should at least have a list of topics or something to kind of generate some content.
The only list of topics he got is going buy some Pepsi, going buy some Boston creams, coming back home, getting more Boston creams and some ice cream and more Pepsi. Go. He's lucky I'm here. I just got back from doing blood work and everything.
Yeah, something last night and realized I had gone through and changed Laura's address on that video for the joke and left my address up full screen. The world is like, maybe I should do something. So I went back in and blurred it with the after the fact editor in YouTube.
That's funny. Yeah,
I wish YouTube had Vimeo can do this. Vimeo will let you replace a video and it keeps everything the same. It's just you're replacing that video file. I wish YouTube had that option where if you had to make an edit like that, you can make an edit and then upload over that video.
Yeah, I had it scheduled I had three scheduled. I had to go in and re-upload them.
Paul had a medical issue. Paul had a medical issue?
It's not a medical issue he's going on. He's going to the city right now to pay something. But he said he woke up this morning, coughed, and he spit up a little bit of blood.
Oh, that's not good.
All I'm telling you, that's his diet. It's probably his body's reacting. It's probably coming from the stomach. It's, but he's going to keep eating what he's eating. And he probably just took a bunch of Dulcolax again.
I will be there for Christmas dinner.
Yeah. You're not cooking, right?
No, we're gonna have a couple of hams, some roast potatoes. What else were we doing? I'm drawing a blank on what we're fixing.
Yeah, I've got a ham in there I need to do.
Just the regular veggies and. Oh, I need to get out. I have some green beans down here that I need to get out and do a quick test cook of. Because these are fresh green beans. They might be a little tough. I don't know yet. So.
When I was in South Carolina, we had a little place in Aiken, South Carolina. I think it was called Skelly's or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd go to this. It was like a buffet, but it was on a farm. they had all their vegetables that they picked daily and brought out and stuff like this, and the fried chicken and the pulled pork.
Mm-hmm.
And it cost you about at the time, this was back in the 80s, it was like $10. And you go get whatever you wanted. And I tell you what, the green beans would melt in your mouth. I would go get more green beans than anything else.
Yeah, these were picked a little late in the season, and so I'm afraid they're going to be a little bit fibery.
Yeah.
But
They
we'll
had
see.
they had a bunch of vegetables they would do, plus tomatoes and everything else. And I mean, that thing it would hurt you when you, and it was far enough away that drive, it was bad for us because we'd be going to sleep on the way back.
Oh yeah, it's like going to Lambert's. It's this restaurant here in Missouri. They got like a couple locations, but they're the home of the throwed roll.
Yeah.
And they got guys walking around with rolls, and across the restaurant they will pitch rolls at people, and you have to catch the roll. And
Yeah.
they used to
Yeah.
really whiz them across the restaurant. Now they get close and they kind of toss them to you because somebody sued them.
Mhm.
But
They got
this
one of
place,
those. And
the portions are insane. You order and you plan on at least taking half of it home. Unless you're me and you're young, you go ahead and you finish your entire plate and then finish what is on your then girlfriend, future wife's
Yeah.
plate. And I was hurting so bad. All the way home, I was just moaning, just oh.
Well, yeah,
Driving back to
it's the
Springfield.
same place they have in Gulf Shores. I think it's the same thing, same place.
Hmm.
And what they do is they come around and they'll have like fried okra and give you some if you want to try it.
That's Norm's pass arounds. And yeah, before your meal even gets there, they're walking around. They
Yeah.
got fried okra. They do tomatoes and macaroni
Yeah.
and fried potatoes. And yeah, you can make a meal out of those little pass arounds that they come walking
Yeah,
around with.
that hurt me more than anything when I went. I think it was Lambert's in the Gulf Shore. I think it's the same one.
They started, I think, in Sykes, Missouri. I didn't know that they had another location elsewhere.
Yeah, because we were out there we're in Mobile, Alabama for a cheerleading deal, and we all drove down there and went to it. And I remember the guy was standing by the kitchen, and we were on the other side of the restaurant, and he chunked that roll all the way across the restaurant. My son reached up and snagged it.
See, Sykes, Ozark, and Foley, Alabama.
Foley, Alabama. Yeah, that's what it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
ate there once.
it's
The rolls were good too.
oh yeah, big, huge,
Yeah,
size of half your head.
like a softball.
Yep.
But I remember when he threw the first one they threw when we were in there, went across about 25 people, and my son that played football just reached up and snagged it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I was thinking, now I got good hands, but if I miss it, everybody's gonna say something.
Yep. And when they're walking around those rolls, it's kind of funny. You watch everybody just kind of put their head down, it's like being at an auction. You don't want to raise your hand and get a
Yeah.
roll thrown at you on accident. You don't want to bid on accident.
Yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, that place was. I haven't been there in forever because it's just too much food. That was back when I was younger. Ordering, you'd basically have enough for that and a take-home meal.
Yep.
And now it would probably feed me for a week.
We had another place down here called Poor Folks.
Mhm.
Poor Folks. Pofolks. And it was like all you can eat also, and they came around and refilled it if you needed it. And I remember, for some reason, when we used to go eat there, it was always the best chicken fried steak. It was all country food, like Cracker Barrel type.
Yeah.
And that place, oh man, the line would be out the door waiting to get in, and it was not expensive.
Hmm.
never forget that. Get the country fried steak and they come in with the big pitcher of gravy and just pour it on it, you know. I used to have more gravy on my plate with biscuits.
Oh, that sounds really good right now. Biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, Russell, he went to pay something at the city. He didn't go to the doctor. Yeah, well, I had my alarm set for 6 o'clock because I had to do blood work. And I said, I better get it done because the doctors are going to get on me. And I kept telling to snooze. And then I asked the Google thing in the back, what time was it? And they said it was 6:52. I said, oh shit, I got to get up. So I got up real quick, threw some sweats on, grabbed my jacket because it's 30 degrees. And that's the other reason I didn't want to go. You know, ran outside, my windows all frosted over, went to turn my car on, and that starter stuck again. Went and it started.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had to use all the washer fluid to get my window clean so I could hurry because Paul had told me he needed me back in time. I said I should be. So now me being at the place at 7 o'clock, it's right down the street, became 7:15. So I get there at 7:15, nobody in it. So I walked right in, they did my blood work right away. Went back outside in the car, started, did the same thing, didn't start it. So the cold weather's affecting it. So I might have to go ahead and change the starter. And then I ran over to Wendy's and got me 2 of their sausage, egg, and cheese croissants. Because there was
Cold
buy one,
weather.
get one free.
How cold is it down there?
It's 30 this morning it's 40 now, but it was 30 when I started.
Wow.
I had frost all off the window. But I left here at 2 minutes to 7, and I was back here at 7:45 after getting the blood work done, driving 3.5 miles to get to Wendy's and coming back. That wasn't bad. And made a cup of coffee when I got on, before I got on the show. And Paul wasn't here. I was waiting on Paul. So
Looks like he didn't even link the.
no, I put it in the chat.
I saw that you put it in there. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't even make me host. He just left.
Sounds like he had other things on his mind.
Well, this is the deal. He does this so much. He ought to have a little folder with everything in it, sitting in one place. Because all the things I do all the time are in little folders right there. So I don't have to go back and think.
Mm-hmm.
Because the biggest thing that I do that I forget how to do. I'll admit this. I forget how to do this. And I'd have to go think about it right now to get it done, is to take a still picture on Facebook, put it on Facebook and make it a 3D picture. And it's easy. It's an easy task. It's like 4 little steps. You got to mask it and do something else too. I can't remember. But I every time I go to, I only do it for volleyball and basketball. I used to do it for those. I stopped doing it because every year I'd have to go, when volleyball came up, go find a video to look how to do it again. And I don't know why I can't remember how to do it. And I should have, I always keep saying, well, make me a little step-by-step thing and stick it there, you know?
And make it a 3D picture for Facebook.
Yeah, you put a picture in Facebook and what you do, let's see if I can find one I did. I haven't done one.
Are you masking it out to set like your foreground element into a separate layer and erasing the background, or? There's Ron.
It's masking. I can't remember. It's that, I forget it that bad, you know? I cannot remember. What's up, Ron?
Hey, what's happening? Actually, Joe, you brought up a subject that either, I don't know, you or Don might know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but does Facebook have the built-in software that you take picture from a 360 camera and that you put it into Facebook, that it automatically recognizes that it's a 360 picture, you know, so you can click on it, grab a hold of it, you know, move it around. Am I correct on that?
I don't know. I know YouTube does. I don't use Facebook a lot.
YouTube does. It's not a did. The reason I ask is I'm heading off to my buddies this morning to shoot some pictures of his side by side that he's wanting to sell on Facebook Marketplace.
Here you go, Donald. Let me show you. Can you see it?
Yep. So yeah, it looks like it's highlighting one element to be your foreground element and masking that element out of the
Yeah.
background. And then,
Yeah, and the reason I did that is so they couldn't copy my picture.
yep, because you
But
can
I give them a
see,
picture, you know?
because you can see where she actually was and where the ball actually was
Yeah, right here.
on the background picture. So yeah, that looks like what it's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that. And that way they have a good picture out there, but I wouldn't give them the picture. I don't remember. I stopped doing it. I started just taking the label that I put out there for saying 14 pictures here, 114 pictures here. Makes it so much easier.
Ron Waypoint says that Facebook used to get 360 photos, has not been working for him lately.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they may have just
So.
changed it.
Oh,
And Russell
All
says
right.
there are some YouTube videos on how to do 360 in Facebook. So mixed bag. Why don't you take some 360 photos and try? Report back.
yeah. Yeah, that's all you can do. Yeah.
If it's a pain in the butt, then you make a tutorial about it because someone else is having that same issue.
Yeah.
See, this is what I do now. Let me get it. Come on, I just said share screen. Do it again. This one right here. I just put that on there with this in the front. So
Yep.
I don't have to worry about it. It's easier that way. And they know I got 69 photos out there, go to them, you know?
Yep.
It's easy just to copy and paste that one in and not have to worry about doing another step.
Oh, my. Got it taken care of. Thanks for covering.
Hey, you got it. And you didn't pin it in. I had to put it in.
Mia didn't, it wanted to pin again?
No, you didn't pin the link in the chat or on top. So I went and put it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Is it just me or is Paul's picture frozen?
Yeah, just you moving.
You actually, yours freezes periodically. It
Yeah,
jumps.
you kind of glitching.
Yeah. Oh, there you are.
Well, Ron, I'll let you know. Paul said he was coughing up. He was coughing up phlegm with blood in it again.
Hmm.
Oh, well, when the time comes, right, Ron?
That's what they say. Oh,
Okay, which
Right.
drone is the drone of the year for 2024? The Mini 4K, the Avata 2, the Fimi Mini 3, the Neo, or Air 3S?
Oh, you like the Neo.
I could scratch that bitch off my list.
Oh, I got some good news yesterday. Or a change. One of the supervisors called me, and we've had a lot of drama at work. I think it's the young population, and everybody's fighting and picking on each other, and it's like, oh dear God, please stop. And so all the bosses decided, well, you know what, we're going to start splitting up a bunch of people. And so they did a thing where there's 4 shifts, A, B, C, and D, and they took the supervisor for each shift, brought them into a meeting, and then they took all the employees, kind of put them in a hat. And it was kind of like, you know, remember you always wondered like if you were going to get picked for the dodgeball game,
Yeah.
you know, or what team. That's what it was. And they mixed everybody up. Well, each supervisor has a
You're breaking up
Give us
again,
a call.
Ron.
lead. Oh, hold on. Wait till I get to the top of the hill. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay.
You're still breaking up on and on. Now you're frozen.
And can you hear me now, Paul?
Yep.
Okay. Well, anyhow, I'll get the story in quick before I get lost again. But anyhow, the supervisor for one of the shifts called me and asked me to be his, I think they call it a step up. Yeah. So basically, when he's not there, you will be the person in charge. And he goes, Ron, I think you would do a great job. And I'm like, give me some time to think about it. So I'm going to call him this morning. I think I'm going to accept it. And it's a couple of $1 an hour pay increase. So, but basically, you would be in charge of the shift of about 12, 14 people.
Good.
So, yeah.
Well, with your
That's
experience,
a good thing.
with your experience and knowledge, you'd be a great fit for that.
Yeah, I'm hoping. So, the weird thing is, we might be into any kind of a management or supervisor type role. You gotta worry about those people that were your friends. You gotta keep them as friends, but on the same token, you gotta make sure that and you know, a couple of weeks ago, sitting in there, and one girl is notorious for being out of uniform. They're very strict that you either have your white shirt on or it's like a what do they call it? Almost like a polo sweater type uniform shirt.
Yeah.
And she's constantly in her t-shirt. And the manager or the supervisor for that shift that day said, you know, please do me a favor. It is a Sunday. The bosses are not here, but please don't put me in that position. Because the bosses, like the one boss walks in when you least expect it, and he comes in to do payroll like on a Sunday night or something. And, you know, that would put that supervisor at risk for being in trouble and not enforce the rules. So I just hope people don't pull stuff like that on me. I worry, you know.
Well, the sad part is as you move up the ladder, there's always somebody below you that's pissed because you went up the ladder and they didn't.
Yeah, that's what Landon told me. He goes, Ron, there's 2 people that, like I said, they shook up the whole crew. There was like, I think like 60 some employees at our station. And some of them were in that position that I'm about to go into. And they're no longer going to be in that position because of they weren't doing a good job. And
And they
So-
weren't doing a good job because they had a poor attitude, right?
yeah, one girl, she's been, I kind of somewhat understand it. She's going through a divorce and it's pretty ugly. But she brings that drama and that anger to work and she takes it out on people. Wow. Different girls walk out crying, after work because they're so upset and angry with her, and I'm like, that's not good. So, but I have a couple of my friends and said, hey, what do you think about me in this position? They're like, Ron, you'll do fine. So I think I'm gonna accept it. Give it a try anyhow. But then, what I did, Paul, too, is I finished and sent my resignation letter to North Dakota. And
Any feedback on that? You're frozen again. Yeah, Joe's away from the desk, and Don's sitting there trying to figure out. Nobody's talking, and Ron is frozen in time.
Well, I'm working. I was just listening to some work stuff.
Trying to get some stuff done before Christmas.
I'm multitask. Oh no, it's gonna be a slow day,
Oh,
or else I wouldn't even be on here.
Ron's gone. He got cut off.
You should have seen how slow it was a while ago when it was just Joe on here by himself.
Yeah, I know. I had to run down the city building and pay a bill before the Christmas,
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I had one thing to do today. I got in and the thing was waiting for me, so I had it done in the first 10 minutes of the day, and now I'm just waiting.
Russell says he likes to put taro ant poison in the iced tea of the supervisor, who's mean. That's
I
a
cannot.
felony, and
Yeah, I think so.
here comes Joe. He's got his hot coffee.
Mr. J, were the drones ever figured out over New Jersey? Yes.
Military.
Military
Well,
stuff, everybody knew it
there's
the
an
entire time.
interesting. I watched it this morning earlier. There's an interesting on YouTube. I can't think of the name of it, but a guy goes in depth for quite a while and explains everything that we know to date, and he's got some excellent new pictures of the drones.
Yep.
I can't think of the name of what it was.
But it was military and then a bunch of civilian aircraft that people didn't know what they were looking at.
Yep.
I'm waiting to hear from my son. I wanna find out about that F-18 that we shot ourselves down. 'Cause I'm sure he's gonna hear something about it. Being an aircraft maintenance officer,
We shot one of our own down.
Yeah. It was leaving one ship going to the next ship, one carrier to another carrier, and they misread what it was and shot it down.
Well, I just learned a lesson.
What's that, Ron?
I just learned a lesson. I have a little phone holder that clips into your vent. Don't leave your heat up. Don't leave your heat on and your phone up on that phone holder.
It melts
Because
down.
your phone will overheat and shut down, which is what it just did. So I
Yeah.
took it and stuck it out the window for the last minute and a half and pulled it off. As I was driving down the road. It's only 19 degrees out.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would work.
So the pilot's ejected safely. That's good.
Yeah, one was injured, but that was about it. But somebody's head's going.
Oh yeah.
There's
I
something else
see.
going on the East Coast too. They got a bunch of sub hunters out there looking. They said that's more than we've had on the East Coast flying around for a long time. I'm telling you, I still think something's going to happen either Christmas, New Year, or inauguration. And I think I'm leaning more towards the inauguration day.
Hmm.
I'm going to buy some more ammunition.
There you go, Joe. Did you see
Yeah.
that? Biden commuted 37 of 40 inmates on federal death row. Gives him a blanket.
Yeah, he's got some
pardon.
serious people. Like I said, there's a cop in New Orleans that ordered a bunch of people killed that is on death row, and he's one of them that commuted this morning.
Yep. And there's that Chinese national that had all the child porn.
Yep.
Like,
I think he did the
okay.
Boston bomber too.
The Boston bomber. Yep. He pardoned him.
You what?
Biden
Commuted
is
his
out
sentence.
giving federal pardons to people on death row for federal crimes.
Well, Biden's not doing it. We need to find out.
Who
We
is
We
the
need to
White
find out
House
who's
why.
doing it
charge? Yep.
Okay,
and
great.
who's
You're
signing them.
Yeah, you're pardoning these people. I'm sure Biden's signing them. He just doesn't know what. You're like,
You don't
these
know
people
he's
need pardoned. Okay.
I
But
almost bet he's not signing them.
I think for every pardon, there should be at least a nominal reason why.
Or
Instead of just we're going to pardon these 3,000 people. Okay, well, you better be writing 3,000 reasons why each person has been
Yeah, he's
selected.
pardoned over 3,000 people before leaving.
I don't know.
Yeah, in the last couple of weeks. That's what I'm saying. He ain't signing 3,000 things. He can't remember. He couldn't remember how to sign his handwriting, his signature 3,000 times.
well, these people are not getting out. He's just pardoning them from being on death row.
No,
They're
Oh,
commuting
I
the
think they're
sentence.
getting
Some
out.
of them they're letting out.
some of them they're letting out.
Oh, they're still in jail. Russell says they're still in jail. He just removed the death penalty.
Right, but there's
Oh.
some people that he's letting out. And then there's some
Oh.
people he's giving pardons to that haven't even been
Haven't been charged with
indicted yet.
Okay, so like
Wow.
the bomber, he just removed death penalty. He didn't.
Why in the world would you do that? Something like that bomber. I mean, how many people did he kill?
Killed a
Injured?
kid.
Oh,
Well,
right
and-
Killed
there.
a kid too.
And the thing
And he
of
knew
it is, why would you
it-
give a pardon to somebody that's been convicted of a crime and sentenced to
terrorist.
death, and yet we're going to pay taxpayer money? We're going to pay to keep them alive and healthy.
That's what the Democrats do.
It's like putting them on retirement, you know?
Good Lord.
Yeah, I agree, Russell.
Just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, a lot of things haven't made sense lately.
Well, we dodged one bullet. At least we don't have Camilla.
Yeah. Yeah, she's going to California and she's going to run California.
Yeah. The cackle queen. So anyway, anybody getting anything interesting for Christmas? Don, what are you getting for Christmas? Anything special? Do you know?
How would I know what I'm getting for Christmas? Santa hasn't brought the gift yet.
Well, yeah, but did you ask Santa for anything special?
I did not ask for Santa for anything. In fact, I told Santa I don't need anything this year because I got my own presents this year.
Okay. So you took care of yourself.
But that probably doesn't mean anything. That probably still means I'll get something. Because I'm a really good boy.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what Joe's always saying. That Don,
Well,
he's
that's it.
always been a good boy.
I said that. You're talking with Tim again.
Well, the sun is harsh this morning. Wow.
Hey, Ron, when you get a chance, you're gonna have to go look at that last video that Don put out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's an epic video. What's it called? A paper cut at 48 miles an hour or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
What's it called?
I think, hold on, let me see here. CK. What did I call it? I was going to call it 48-mile-an-hour paper cut. I changed it at the last minute. Let me view my channel. Drone versus letter. Opening mail at 48 miles an hour.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you gotta go see it. This is epic.
Well,
He wins the
share it.
prize for the year.
Hmm.
He changed the name, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. And I would share it, but you don't need to be watching
Yeah, you don't need to watch it right now.
a video while you're driving.
I'll send it to you on Facebook.
Yeah, like
I
Yeah, 'cause
found
you're gonna
a
laugh
place,
too hard to watch it right now. I got it.
found a place where I can watch my shop around the corner earlier than Christmas Eve. So
Yeah, don't try to watch it while you're driving. You're gonna laugh too hard. Won't be good. You need a paramaniac.
I guess
So in
I guess
about-
Joe, I should take my morning medication, huh?
Yeah, that's what you really need. You'll be taking the Ducalax later and you'll be bleeding other places.
Ducalax is good for the soul and it helps you squirt.
While you're eating a Boston cream donut. That's a
Yeah.
good thing to say. I gotta go to my sister's. I don't know if I'm gonna go today or tomorrow. I may go today. I gotta wait for these guys. Depending on what time they come. They come, I'm expecting about 10:15. I'm gonna have to run the dogs to the back because they're gonna come spray the apartment. And I might run to my sister's.
They spray inside.
Yeah, they come in once a month to spray for bugs. I don't have any bugs because my son used to work when he was on the fire department, he was also working for J. Roy Pest Control. So we got a thing over here, spray can with the real shit in it, you know? So my apartment, every once in a while, I might see a silverfish. And that's in the bathroom in the back. That's the only place I ever see it. But I haven't seen any bugs in here probably in 3 years. But they come in once a month. They do two things. They come in and they change your air filter. They want to make sure everybody changes the air filters out. And they date them. They come in, change the air filter, and then they spray for bugs. And if you're here and you don't let them in, they hit you for $50. It's in the lease.
The service call, huh?
Well, basically. And I told them the other day, I said, I may not be home. And they know when I'm not here, they don't come in. Because of the dogs. I have them behind the gate. They can't get past my living room anyway. So, and he told me, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. I said, if I'm home, I'll open it, But I've been here long enough. They kind of leave me alone with that. I'll just tell them, hey, I'm not going to be there. Can we do it? Can we forget about it? This one. And usually they work. It's all Jason, the guy Jason. He'll come in and say, they don't want to worry about that. Justin told him, my son told him, when he was moving out, he needed some of those big garbage bags they use around here. It's a big, thick, green, heavy duty, super commercial type garbage bag. So he could put stuff in. He walked over here and handed me about 40 bags rolled up. So I got a roll of about 40 bags over there.
Wow.
So I just put them in my little cubby hole by the shoes so that when I do decide to move, I could fill it full of clothes and stuff like that.
Well, I don't think you're moving anytime soon, are you?
My new lease starts on the 1st. I'll put it this way. I'm hoping to move by the end of next year. But as long as I'm doing photography at Mandeville, basically.
Yeah, why would you move?
I'm good. Well, I'm good, If I stop doing it, that's when I want to go up to Folsom. It's about 20 miles north. And I want to go up there and just relax. I want 2 to 5 acres of land where I could, like I said, that house that's still up there for sale. I love it because of the trees that are on it, where they're at, because it makes for nice obstacles for your drone. Because they're tall enough that you could fly underneath them. It's almost like doing gaps. Or you can fly around them, and they're spaced out enough that you could do serpentines all in between them. And then you got the fishing pond that's got so much foliage in there that you can come through there and you got gaps all over the place. And you got to dodge stuff because that's all that water underneath you. So it makes it more fun.
See,
Because of the snow, I had to put the drape up over here because I was getting a little bit of white. It cracks me up. There's a young couple comes walking by every morning about this time, and the dog's walking by, and he's carrying like a ball with big holes in it in his mouth all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm talking about a ball this big. It's got holes in it. He's got.
Yeah.
well, that's his toy.
Yeah.
You can't expect a dog to go for a walk without taking his favorite toy.
That's for sure.
You never know when a play session has to happen. He might come across somebody who needs an emergency play session.
Yeah, that's what Loki does. Loki walks up to me and hits the ball against me like, I see you need to play. So Iran is driving a drone on a flatbed, a couple of drones on a flatbed around showing them off in Iran. And it's supposed to be nuclear. It's supposed to be.
I don't care. They can drive them around all they want. I want to see them fly. Until then, I don't know if we should believe it.
You know, they're the size of small SUVs too. Yeah, they're saying that they're going to be able to fit them with nuclear weapons, and they're saying that Israel went in and destroyed all the means they had of all the stuff they had ready to go. Yeah,
There's Mr. Lance.
Yep.
Good morning, Lance.
Mr.
Morning,
Lance.
Morning, Joe. Morning, Paul.
Hey, how you doing, Lance?
Good. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we hear you
I
now?
always have audio issues, I think.
Well, you could be like Uncle Bill. You say, "How do I sound? How do I sound? Do I sound okay?"
Okay. You guys having a good morning?
I guess you could say that.
And
I went
Dawn,
to
you're off
Wendy's.
for the week, the rest of the week?
No.
No.
Nope, I'm off Wednesday and Thursday and half of Friday.
God darn it, crazy woman. The crazy woman blew my vein out. I knew she did that too. When she stuck me, and I saw her move it and pop it again, she stuck it, came out of that vein, and started bleeding. Because behind it now, I got a big lump. Yeah, I was at Mary Bird Perkins one time getting blood work, and the woman was trying to get the blood work, and she couldn't get it. And I said, and she said, "Let me stick you. Let me try this." And she stuck me a second time. I just looked at it and I said, "Well, the vein's right there." And she didn't pay attention to it. And she's trying, and she can't get it. And she says, "Hold on a minute. I don't want to stick you a third time." And she turns around, and and as she turns around, she leaves it go. She's sitting right there, right? But she turns around. I just reached over, took it, and I hit it, and I said, "Here you go." Like that. And she looked at me. I said, "EMS, there you go." I said, "You were there. You just missed, you know?" But we used to practice. We used to practice on ourselves. So the needle don't bother me anymore. But she did that when she pulled out of there. She must have came completely out and went to the side and hit the second part, because that first part leaked a little bit, and I got a lump right there. Got a lump.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever get used to putting a needle in myself.
I'll guarantee
I'd
if you
say that-
had to put one in yourself, you would.
Probably.
Well, you know, the ironic. I lied about something. When I do that little stupid prick to check my blood sugar, I hate that. Just because where it's at, all the nerve endings right there. Because you feel it every time, no matter what. The tighter you squeeze it, the less you're going to feel it, but you still feel it. And then when they gave me that shot for Ozempic, I had to do that in my stomach. I stood here, my son's falling out. He's saying, it's like barely anything, the needle. I said, I know, but I'm gonna feel it and I don't want to do it. And that bothers me to take. I mean, I could stick a 14 gauge needle in me, but I couldn't stick that little piece of thread in me. You know, it was like, I hated it.
Well, I get a kick out of watching, especially in the movies, people getting sliced or cut or whatever, and they're stitching themselves up.
You're like Rambo, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you should have seen my son when he tried. My son decided he was going to jump this ditch with the bike. Okay, the ditch was about 5 foot wide, and he was going to be able to just, and no ramps, just jump. Figured he'd go fast enough to jump over.
Yeah.
And then he realized that gravity came into effect. You know.
Morning,
And
Edward.
he wound up face planting.
Morning, Edward. Morning, Brenda. Morning, Russell.
So he face planted in the ditch, spitting out dirt, and Justin's falling out laughing at him, right? And
Yeah.
his mouth's all bloody. And he goes home, and his mouth is hurting him. And he gets home, and they call me and tell me about it. And he says, yeah, it hurts really bad. I said, well, you got the ice. Is the lip swollen? What's it look like? He said, well, I cut my lip, and it's the lip's cut. I said, how bad is it cut? You need it? Is it active bleeding? No, it's kind of just dripping a little bit at a time. Not a lot of blood. I said, well, if it's not a lot of blood, you probably don't need stitches, but I would ice it down and you know, just see what happens in about a half hour. If it's not,
Right.
it doesn't stop bleeding, go to the hospital, see what they got to look at and all of this. But this is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. About 5 o'clock in the afternoon, he calls me up and he says, yes, it's still bleeding a little bit like that. And it hurts like he said, it really hurts. He said, I've taken a couple of Tylenol, but it's not really taking the pain away. And I said, oh, let me come see. So I said, where's your mom and everybody? They all went to the fair over at the church, left him home, right? So his grandmother's is home. So I'll go over. He comes out, and it's about 5:30. It's getting dark because it was wintertime. He comes out, walks out to me, and I look at him, and his lips are a little swollen. I said, you've had ice on your lip the whole time? He says, yeah. I said, okay. And I grabbed my flashlight, and I said, let me look at it. And he's standing next to the car, and I'm shining the flashlight on his face. And I said, I'm not going to touch your lip. Lift it up for me. And when he lifted up, I looked at him. I said, go get your clothes. Go change. We're going to the hospital. He said, what's the matter? I said, I'll tell you in a little bit. You can see the roots of the gums. And the gum was missing. Where he had separated all of that.
Uh-huh.
And you can see the roots of the teeth. That's how bad it was.
The gum skin was gone, right?
Oh, yeah. When he hit it, he split it all open. So we bring him to the hospital. And I text his mom, and I said, he's on his way to the hospital. I said, did you look inside there? Because I said, he's also got dirt all up in there. Like that. So they had to come give him just deaden everything and clean it all out. And then the doctor came in. The doctor was hilarious. He said, that's the worst one I've ever seen. I got to be honest with you. He says, now, you might have some real problems here. He said, but we might be able to help you. He said, if we could stitch it together and get the stitches to hold, it might work. But if the stitches break up, you're going to have to go probably get some other work done with oral surgeon, you know, like that. You have to work. We said, but the teeth look like they're all intact. So they had to go in and stitch his gums together, and they're so soft that the stitching was pulling apart.
Falling apart, yep.
So he kept playing with it. He said, I got to take a picture. It's all right if I take a picture. I got to show people. He wanted people to see this. I said, here, take it. You know, I got a picture of it. And they stitched that thing apart and everything. And they said, and it was the last week of school for the year. It was right before Christmas time, before the Christmas break. And they said, well, you're not going to be able to, you can't chew on anything. You're going to be on a liquid diet for about a week. Like that. And I mean, we're not talking just drinking you got to drink out of a straw real soft. You know, not even, it was that sensitive. And they said, because if it breaks open, you can have bigger problems. He was on antibiotics, on pain medication. And that's when we were having a divorce. There was a divorce, right? I looked at his mom and said, I'm home all week. He's coming to me. So I told him, get your clothes, come with me. I wouldn't let him. I said, I don't even want you talking to me the whole week. Write it down. If you got something to say, don't say a word all week. Don't move that mouth. So at the end of the week, everything was, I made him some eggs. He said it was the best food he ever ate in his life. Scrambled eggs after a week of nothing, you know. It was Saturday to Friday. Friday, I gave him the scrambled eggs. And then he goes home Saturday morning, right? They call me up. He's bouncing a basketball, hits him in the mouth.
Wow.
I said, did it split open? He goes, no. I said, well, why are you doing that? You know, but he told me that was the worst week of his life.
Just
But he
makes you
learned about
wonder,
gravity.
doesn't it?
He learned about gravity, you know.
Like, what were you thinking?
But when they washed it out, they had mud, grass, everything all in behind his teeth, all up in the roots. I said, if you'd have left that alone, you know how bad that would have been? It was terrible.
JDS says, hey, Lance, Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 brother.
Merry Christmas to you guys as well.
Time to Fly says, good morning, folks. Merry Christmas.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Pulled the ear out.
Stuff.
Looks like y'all had some snow there, huh, Paul?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got snow, Paul.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
An interesting
That's what
tilt
Don
shift.
says. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Yeah, it's a little frightful out there.
I don't know that I like that.
So did you vote on that Drone Nation survey, Lance?
Oh, what did you?
Yeah, I thought of you when I voted. I went ahead and chose the Avata 2.
That's what I voted for. The Avata 2, greatest drone ever.
Uh-huh.
Well, you told me you were going to vote for the Neo.
That's why I was taking that bitch off the list. Exactly like that. But that bitch don't need to be on the list.
I don't know.
The other
if
night I said I put greatest drone ever in Drone Nation when Marcus was on. And he said, Captain Joe just said that, he said, I don't know about that if it's the greatest drone ever. I typed back in there, I said, it's because you don't know how to fly it. I went out with Johnny this like Thursday, and I had out that open field, and since I crashed it with that power loop,
Yeah.
I hadn't flown the power loop again. So I went out there and I did the power loops and let it do it without gunning it, and they were beautiful, you know.
So was the
Power
operator.
loops work.
So it was operator error.
Oh, it was pilot error. I told you that. I knew that right off the bat.
There it is.
So I was playing around with tilt shift in my 360. I don't know that I like it,
I don't like it.
especially at night.
Yeah, it blurs everything in the foreground.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, but it don't look that good.
Yeah, I don't think I like it, especially when I get here to the climate pledge. I should have blurred it less. Anyway, I was just kind of fooling around. I don't like it. I don't like that. Maybe if it was a lighter image, like in the daytime or something. I don't know.
Well, and you also need something.
In the sky.
It helps to have something of small detail, like a vehicle or something, a small relative detail to be in your focal plane to really sell that miniaturized look.
Well, if you're gonna do the space needle, you got to do it from space. Make it small. Hey Lance, I did Christmas lights the other night over at Coop Drive.
Yeah.
Last year I did them with the Air 2S with the star filter. And I put it
I
on,
remember
put it
that.
on
I
strictly on
remember that.
automatic, and EV was 0, and just ran it like that to see what it would do at night. And it came out beautiful last year. Everybody thought it was a Mavic 3 in night mode.
Mhm.
I did the Mavic 3 this year in night mode. Air 2S looked better.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. I like the Air 2S, and I like the Mavic 3 in night mode. I did my Space Needle in night mode, and then I did it in like maybe 2x zoom, and you can't do zoom in night mode, and there's a drastic difference in quality. Well, you know,
Yep.
and 2x isn't a big zoom, so it shouldn't affect it too much, but it did. In fact, it wasn't even 2x. I think it was 1.4x.
Well, I've noticed that it to me, it almost, even in night mode, it was so dark out there this year. It seemed darker, like something was turned off, and I need to go back and look. It actually looked like some of the street lights were turned off that they had on there last year to make it so you could see the Christmas lights better. And it was so dark that even in night mode, I noticed a little grain. I could see the grain. So I put shadows in. I put a little more shadow in to get the grain out, and it cleared it up. And I was able to sharpen up all the Christmas lights that way. And
Okay.
and there's one area where I'm flying about 6 foot over the road, about 5 foot right over off the side of the road. You can see the cars passing by, and I'm trying to get the Christmas lights on the ground, right? And I've got to be very careful because there's nothing but trees right there. So if you look really hard on it, you can see how I'm right underneath the branches of these trees, and I couldn't see them. I knew I was close. And then when I'm getting close to this one little area, I look up and they got kids running around right in front of it, about maybe 20 feet from me, and I didn't even see them. That's how dark it was. I said, man, it's a kid right there when I was looking at it, you know?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I was high enough that it wouldn't have bothered anybody. I was probably at about 8 foot. So I was above everybody, but I wasn't close enough to bother anybody.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
man, I tell you, it was dark.
What time of night did you do it?
It was only about 7 o'clock, 6
Okay.
6
Yeah.
6 to 6:30. But it was dark. Everything was gone. All extra light was gone.
Do you follow Jesus Trevino
No,
out of Houston? He's one of, you follow Steve Hyde, I'm assuming. You follow Steve?
no.
You need to follow both of these guys. They're good. This is
Send me the links later.
okay.
names later.
This is Jesus. It's a cool video. It's probably too jumpy and probably not as. You have to see his site. It's just that's pretty darn tight.
Yeah, I like that move coming down like that.
I'll send you Jesus's info and Steve Hyde. If you don't follow Steve Hyde, dude, you're not following.
Yeah.
He's one of the best dronies in our community, I think. And his wife Gio is also a drone enthusiast. Okay, stop sharing.
Yeah, I follow on Instagram. I'm Blue the Husky, the Siberian Husky, because he's always jealous of everything, and he's always giving him shit. He jumped up in they've got another one. He jumped up in the bed because the guy's asleep with the other husky laying in the bed. He jumped up there and they got all the words like, why is he up here? Y'all need to get up and play and all of this stuff. And he starts zooming over the bed, knocking the stuff off the bed to get them up. Wait, y'all need to wake up, you know? It's funny. Well, he comes in and the other one's in the top bunk and they got their little bunk beds, the two dogs. And he comes in and he says, you got to get out of the top bunk. He goes up there and tries to shove him out because he wants the top bunk. Well, that's funny. But huskies, I would have had a husky, but it's just too hot here. But they'll sit there and talk to you. sounds like they're talking to you.
We were listening to one of those TikToks last night. We had a dinner party over at my sister-in-law's, and the Huskies were talking. You know, they would say their name. You know, some of them could say their name. I mean, it was pretty cute.
Yeah.
Okay, I just sent you the two guys' names.
Yeah, I got it. I'll look in a minute. Yeah, this is gonna be fun in about another 10 minutes. I'm gonna have to run these aminals in the hallway. Get them in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, they should be here by 10 o'clock. If I don't get them in the hallway now, it ain't gonna happen.
I saw Rodney popped in for a bit this morning.
Yeah, I saw that. He was here for a couple seconds.
Yeah. So it looks like the Avada is at 40%. It was at 50 when I voted. So somebody must have taken the Neo. Was that you? That was you, Joe. You changed.
I tried. I said take the Neo off the list.
No, you just said Avada 2, best drone ever. You need to make that comment though. Who put it up? Oh, Ron put it up.
Yeah, Ron put it up.
The Mini 4K. I haven't seen the Mini 4K. The FEMA Mini 3. No votes, of course.
Yeah, take that one off the list.
DJI M350. Of course, that would be good, but who can afford that, right?
Yeah.
The Air 3S. Don must have voted on that one.
I haven't voted.
And the Neo. That's on Drone Nation if you guys want to vote.
I need to find a way to lock my desktops on. I know you can do it on Mac. I hate to even fool with this. It doesn't say anything. It says to lock it. It's got, you know, when you all the stuff you have in your desktop. Yesterday, I accidentally hit sort by name, and all 50 folders moved over to the left arm. Had to reset them. Well, I was mad.
You can lock it when you're away by Windows L, but that's not what you mean.
No, that's not what I mean. I need to find out how to not have anything move on the desktop, so that if I accidentally hit something, I mean, I've drugged a mouse one time and everything shifted over to the left side on it. There should be a way to say undo.
Control Z.
I did that one time. I hit something and it all went back to normal, but I don't know what I did. It was like, you gotta be kidding me. This was like 10:30 at night. You gotta be kidding me.
Okay, let me share this with you, Joe. Here, share. We're gonna go here. Okay. Says how to lock my desktop screen. Right click an empty space on your desktop. Select view and uncheck auto arrange icons and auto icons.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have that.
You don't have that?
I don't have that on mine. I already did that.
September of 23. How do I lock a window to part the screen?
Yeah, I've got it aligned to grid. I don't have auto arrange.
You know what you needed? You need to throw your computer out the window.
Yeah, there you go. Supposed to be a Neo.
You have Windows 11? Is that what you have?
Yeah. Windows 11 dynamic. Unless your device, and that's different. Out of Bluetooth range, that's different.
Okay.
They probably took it off.
Let's see, control at the same time. Lock your computer.
No, not it.
That's not it.
It's all locking the computer. It's locking icons. That's basically what it is. How to lock icons so they don't move. That one down there. Second from the bottom. Yeah, look at third one down. It says how to lock in place in Windows 11. Same one. Go down, down now. Keep going. Next one. Third one down now. Right there. Right click empty space, auto arrange. What mine says. View. Auto arrange will lock them, huh?
That's what it says. Auto
Yeah,
arrange.
because I don't have mine under auto arrange. I'm not gonna do it right now though.
Okay.
I do it right now and they move, I'll be pissed. You know.
Well, there you go.
Now I know what to do.
Google.
I'll hit that
Google
later,
is-
and if it does it, I'll curse a little bit, and then I'll blame you.
There you go. Yep. And then I'll have to
If I
free
type
flow
back,
lesson.
if I respond to you in Facebook and say bitch, you know what it is.
Hey, Angel took a picture in Hammond, Louisiana yesterday.
Well, why didn't he call us?
I know.
Right down the street.
Exactly. He's in Johnny's neck of the wood. I mean, he's in his town.
He was by Johnny. He could have called us. We'd meet him at Manchac or something.
Yeah. Go fly the tugboat.
There's supposed to be another tugboat somewhere along I-55.
And he could tell me how chicken you two are.
Oh, I'll guarantee you.
Because he would fly through it with his
I'll
Mavic
cluck
3.
for you. When it comes to that tugboat, I'll start clucking.
Okay.
And that tugboat, and you know, when Johnny flew through it that one time, I never flew from that angle, so I never saw that opening. That's a big opening he went through.
Yeah.
We were always talking about coming through the top. Now, I'll tell you what I want to do. If I ever get enough nerve, if I get a good calm day and I could come in through the wheelhouse up top, I'll come through that wheelhouse and I'll try to, because there's a couple of wires in there, but if you go straight through it, you'll miss the wires. If I could come through there at about 12, 13 miles an hour and get through it, come out the other side, count to about 3, and then do a power loop.
Yeah, there you go.
Now that would look cool.
And
That
you
would
see
win the trophy.
that water is only about 3 feet deep.
And yeah, it's deep enough that you'd have to go walk out there and get it, you know.
Yeah.
But that would look so cool. Come out of it like that, and you come out the front of it, and you as soon as you come out of it, you go 1, 2, 3, and hit your power loop. That way, you should have enough clearance. As it's coming around, you'll see it again, and then come up right past it. I think that would be a shot. Either that or go through it at about 2 miles an hour and speed it up. You know,
Yeah. It's
Speed it
raining
up to
like
magic.
crazy here. Not going to be flying today.
So how's it feel not to have to go to school today, Lance?
Oh, so good. I was the only thing I was sad about last night was the Seahawk loss. But I didn't have to get up. I always
Who did
get
they
up,
lose
but I didn't have to get up and get ready for work.
who did they lose to?
I lost to the Vikings.
Well, the Falcons won yesterday, and it knocked the Saints out of the playoff race. That's what I said last week when they went for that. It was stupid. You don't go for 2 points when you're in a playoff race, and if you lose the game, you're probably knocked out of it.
Michael Penix, baby, University of Washington quarterback, led him to victory.
So do you think the Lions are going to win this year?
They have a good shot.
I think they're going to the Super Bowl. I don't know that they're going to beat Buffalo. I think it's going to beat Detroit and Buffalo in the Super Bowl. That's my prediction.
See you over there being mean. See that? So Cleo's laying on her little pillow over here, and she's got the ball with her tail laying right on top of the ball. So Loki will not go over there to get it, because if he goes over there to get it, she turned Cujo.
Hey, that goofy Luigi pleaded not guilty to charges in New York.
Yeah, 11 charges, not guilty. He was caught with all the freaking evidence on him, too.
Well, the next thing
Okay.
you know, what'll happen is Biden will pardon him.
He probably pardoned him before he gets trial. Okay, let's hit the whole for one day. Yeah, on this smart controller I got in the hallway, the thermostat, you gotta set the thing to hold the temperature for how long you want it.
Yeah.
And I've sat here and all of a sudden I started getting a chill. And that thing jumped back to 68 because the timer went off. So I just set it back to 72 till tomorrow. But I felt the difference. The place cools down fast.
Hey, can someone send me the link to or put the link in the chat of Vic Moss's interview on Fox? They have it.
I didn't even see it.
I didn't get to watch it. It was on a week ago or maybe even longer. Is that no, that's just a screenshot.
Yeah, I think I found it on Fox Business. Yeah, I found it.
Fox Business. Yep.
Yeah, I got it.
You put that in the chat or DM me that. I don't care.
Done.
Thank you.
I'm gonna leave it up here. I'm gonna watch it later too. Is he talking about the drones in New Jersey? Or is it DJI?
I think
No drones. He's talking about the drones.
Mysterious drone sightings. So it must be
Yeah,
the
it says
Jersey thing.
the expert talks about why shooting down unknown drone is out of the question. I saw your video yesterday on what you call it, on drone seekers. That's pretty cool.
Mine?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You matched up the music pretty good on it.
Thank you. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on that one, and I had to hold it in the queue because they didn't want me to release it until they had shown it. So it had been sitting there for a couple of weeks, and I thought I did a good job. I couldn't do enough of it. I had too many of the elves running along the street to.
Oh, the elves.
I already doubled that up or tripled that clip.
I was looking in there. One of them looked like art.
Yeah, that was a fun video to do. And I used my arsenal of drones. In fact, I used every drone that I owned for
That's
that
what
video.
you had said. You used every drone in that one.
Yeah.
The only place I saw that you had the music it didn't work was in the part where it was near the end. You said something about at night and it was daytime.
Yeah.
But it had gone from night to daytime. I think that it just had that extra second. If it would have been 2 seconds slower with the song, it would have worked.
I agree.
Or faster with the song.
I agree with that. And then I liked my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer part where I had the ship turning from day to night, and it was blinking. I thought that was pretty humorous. And I like my O.
Yeah.
With the tulip fields. Yeah, just
It
that
looked
was
good.
fun at it.
Because I
Thank
thought
you.
you were gonna be on the show. And I kept looking and looking, and I said, well, Lance is not on it. And I said, maybe he's got a video on that. I was just scrolling through it kind of fast. And
Mhm.
all of a sudden, bam, I got you.
Yeah. In fact, their thumbnail was my video. If you look at their thumbnail, they used my background, one of my
Yeah, I
videos
saw that.
for the background.
Yeah. You know what commercial that I hate
What's that?
is join the ASPCA commercial, and they show all these dogs out in the snow chained up and all this stuff, right? And they're saying this Christmas we have dogs that are starving that are asking for help. You know, send $19 a month, and they show this. Show me where the money's going first. I really want to know where the money's going on this one.
No, you just need to look and see dogs outside in the cold, feel sorry, and send money. Do it.
No.
You know, the one that I don't like is that guy that's standing outside the the Statue of Liberty, and he starts to melt. Oh, that drives me crazy. Is it a Geico or?
Yeah, that's fun.
That drives
I
me
love that
crazy.
one. I was
I
like,
haven't seen that one.
melting.
And then he's got
it's
another one. He's got a sequel, and it's like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, where they throw a frisbee into his head or something like that.
Yeah. I'm like, really? Come on. You made two of those statues.
That's Liberty Mutual, right?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Liberty Mutual.
Yeah, that is funny. It starts melting and the legs buckle on and falls on the ground. I love it.
So Steve Hyde has a really cool shot of a water tower, and he's got it. He's got a real cool depth of field, and I wrote in there, "Look, Bud Bieber, a Texas lighthouse." Because Bud's always saying that he shoots water towers and doesn't have the lighthouse to shoot.
Mhm.
And then the other commercial I hate is the one where they talk about the Jews in Israel that are starving to death. And they show this old woman and they ask her what she's eating. And she shows a cracker. She says, I had half of this cracker yesterday. And I have another half today. If you send $25, we're going to give her enough food for a month. Yeah, right.
$3 if she can survive on half a cracker a day.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, come on now. And they I don't know where they found this woman at, but this looked like Holocaust pictures.
How'd I finish?
It actually looked like it's colorized. I mean, those two right there just aggravate the hell out of me. Then you got the other one, the Shriners, the kids on Shriners. Now that's the one I would probably give money to because it's helping kids. You know, but they got that guy that says if you for $19 we'll send you this adorable blanket like this. They got a picture that came out yesterday from the White House of all the interns, and there he is sitting, the same kid or same adult now is sitting in a wheelchair out on the lawn out in front of the White House, and he looks like he's in his late 20s now. But they still show him on here as like Justin said, that's a grown man now because it's been on so long. But the latest commercial they come out with the last couple of days, they show him older. But he's still, if you send us $19 a month, we'll give you this adorable. I was thinking about doing a year thing this year with him and getting the blanket and giving it to my granddaughter.
Well, your granddaughter is going to be pretty spoiled by her grandpa.
Yeah, I can't wait to give her that Trump bear, that Terminator bear, a Trumpinator.
Well, it's just a couple of days.
Yeah, it's in the box over there, ready to go.
Now, are you going to see them Christmas Eve or what?
I'm gonna probably go over there Christmas Day. I'm going to see what they're doing Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, I might go over there instead because I'd rather go over there if she wants the pictures done, a Christmas picture. And we
Who's
were
gonna
supposed to
take
do it
care of
yesterday,
the,
but
who's
she,
gonna take care of the pupper dogs?
our puppy dogs are fine. They know they get to stay here. They got to watch the house. My dogs are always all right here.
They're happy just to be there, right?
You watching the AOC right now, Paul?
She's a bitch.
She says, I can't believe this. He's not the president yet. And he's just like taking over and he's making everybody change stuff and do this. It's just like, yeah, that's what we want. God darn it. Go away. He needs to be a bartender again.
I heard she wasn't even good at that. She was more good at hustling the customers for getting tips than bartending.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'm mad at my daughter. When she was a bartender over at Walk-Ons, I used to go over and hang out there. And I'd get right next to where the girls came up with to pick up the drinks from everything. That was my seat. And everybody knew that was my seat. I'd go in there and I'd order a thing of wings and a pitcher of beer. And I'd take it in 4 glasses. So I'd sit there and take my time watching football games.
Yeah.
And I could tell you what girl was next to me by their body heat and the perfume they were wearing.
Really?
Oh yeah, I used to go there that much. I'd sit there and this one girl, Dasha, she'd walk up and I'd be talking to somebody and I'd say, Dasha, push over, you're too hot. Because she had body heat coming off of her.
One hot mama, huh?
Well, I'm telling you. My daughter said, you weren't even looking. How do you know it was her? I said, I could tell when she gets close to me, the body heat. I used to listen to all their troubles. They'd be talking to each other about all the drama in their life. Yeah, she's slamming the billionaires for the input on U.S. policy, right? He said, and Clay Travis says, yeah, it's kind of funny how we had to rely on a billionaire to get the astronauts down from the space shuttle. You know? I'm going to put y'all on mute and I'm going to work on getting 3 animals in the backside.
What?
I got to make it look like I'm going to the back to get them in the back. So I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
So, Paul, are you going to fly this morning?
I did fly earlier.
You got any good snow?
Oh, we got snow. Yes, we do. There's snow everywhere. Yep. But it is what it is. You know, you can't. You don't get a lot of snow, do you?
Not a lot, and it doesn't stick around when it does come. Usually a day. You know, every once in a while it'll stay longer, but you'll have snow on Christmas, it looks like.
Yep.
And I think I was saying we only get snow. I think I've lived here since '67. I think we've had snow on Christmas like twice. Not very often.
Yep, it's snowy and
Uh,
it's cold. It's only 28 degrees here.
yeah, that's cold. Here's a funny cartoon. Let's see. Am I going to get it to you guys? Life is basically all the stuff you have to do to get from coffee time to margarita time. Charlie Brown.
Margaritaville, huh?
That's true.
Yep.
No,
Hey Lance, did you see my video yesterday?
I did not.
Did an unboxing for Laura.
Oh, you did. All right. Put it in the link or put it in the chat.
It's something to watch. Put the link in the chat, Don.
I'll have to find it here. I'm working right now on a companion short just showing the compositing, but I might publish on it.
Director's cut.
Are you using director's cut? I think that's what he's asking. Huh?
No, he's
No.
asking if I'm making a director's cut.
Oh,
No, everything I publish is a director's cut.
well, there is a program called Director's Cut, isn't there?
There's Final
I
Cut.
don't know.
There's the link in the chat.
Yeah, watch that. Watch that.
Okay. I'm gonna mute you guys so I don't. Let me mute that.
why?
I like the address, Butthurt Lane.
That was composited in After Effects. So,
Nice. I'm still watching it, so I'm going to mute myself as I watch.
okay.
See what I gotta deal with? That's what I gotta deal with because they hear them outside.
So, what'd you think, Don?
About what?
About Lance's video?
Which one? The elf one?
No, no, Lance, what did you think about Don's video?
He's still watching.
Oh, okay. I don't remember it being that long.
It's 3 minutes.
Ah.
Let's see here. Heavy drone down.
Joe must have the dogs all corralled for the people coming in and spraying his apartment. I think Lance likes it.
Oh, that's too funny. I love the I love the fingers and great two camera shot. How did you do the drone flying into the paper?
I'm getting basically an explanation video right now, but I there's no way I was putting my fingers in harm's way. So I locked off the camera, did a clean shot of me just holding a piece of paper up and going, "Oh shit," whatever. And then I flew the drone past at speed and got a clean plate of that against the sky. I wanted it against the sky so I could do a key. And so I keyed it down, expanded it out since the blue would kind of match the sky, then set that to a darken overlay, and then adjusted the height down on it to match up with the paper.
Okay.
And then slid the clip back and forth until it collided right as I went, oh shit. Added a little bit of sound effect of a piece of paper that I was just hitting with my finger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Feel the impact?
Yeah. Okay. Trained idiot. Don't try this at home. And am I muted still or?
No, we can hear you.
Okay. So I like the blood on the I like the blood stains on the envelope. I'm trying to think why you always put things in your scene for a reason. Why do you have the blaster can there? Is there any reason for that?
No, I just cleared off a place in the garage.
Okay, but I like your scissors and your gauze.
Yeah,
there.
I just went out and I was like, I need to do an unboxing somewhere. Where can I clamp? Oh, I'll go out there to that workbench. And I just went out there and slid off a clear spot.
And I like your I like the lighting. I like the you're using your new mic.
Yes, I was using the new mic. I was kind of angry because I had the new mic out with me when I went out to shoot, and I was planning on having the mic on me when I did the entire thing out there in the field. I got there, and I got out in the field. I was like, I don't have the mic. I walked all the way back, opened up my case. I must have left it at home on the desk on the charge because the case is not here. And I walked all the way back out in the field and went ahead and shot everything. I'm like, I'll just catch everything. I had my field recorder. I'm like, I'll catch everything with field recorder and off the DJI mic. And I got back and got everything loaded up, climbed into the truck, and there it is in the center console. I had taken out for some reason and set it down when I was, I was like, damn it. I had it the entire time.
Yeah. And when you show her little item there at the 117 mark, it's you didn't get that in focus. Is there?
No, I set up the camera over my shoulder and tried to nail a focus spot and then try and hit it afterwards, but I didn't quite hit it. Yep. Yeah, I kicked myself over that, but I was like, I can't really reshoot it, so.
Yeah. Very nice.
The over-the-shoulder shot was out of focus and pissed me off.
I love the piece.
I figured it was pretty obvious throughout the rest of the video that I had bandages on my fingers, but then I thought I'll just say peace and make it really obvious for people who didn't catch up.
Very cute. Did you, has she seen it yet?
Yeah. And like I told my wife, I'm like, I don't know why. I just go overboard on these unboxing videos when somebody sends me something. It's like, okay, what can I do?
Yep.
Chainsaw, circular saw. And actually, the fun one, I put if you look at the shot that as I'm flying down and the POV from the RC2 recording
Okay. Yeah.
that has a telemetry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a blackout lens because that was actually just the POV shot off the drone. I made a blackout lens to capture telemetry, and that way I could go a little bit higher in the air, get my MPH as one clean bit of telemetry, then come down low and get my altitude as a different bit of telemetry. And so then composite that back in on top of the actual drone video.
And is that at the very beginning?
That's the very first shot,
Yeah.
right before it hits the,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
yeah. So yeah, I put in way too much work in this thing.
Right. And so, when did you also mask the drone? So the opening scene, with the scene toward you, the drone. Did you actually standing there?
Yeah.
And then
But,
you must have taken it up.
No, I ducked. I hit the ground.
Okay.
So I'm flying, and that was the last frame that was available to me before you see me just flatten.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so that was a great cut that you did then from that point to your camera straight on. So that worked out well. And the lighting's real good there too. So you must have.
That was some color matching.
Did you use a GoPro to put in the mailbox?
Yes. Whenever you do a shot like that, kids, always lock your exposure.
I like doing one out of the refrigerator. I put my DSLR in the refrigerator with a wide angle lens. It's kind of fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice, Don. Very nice. That you can see you put a lot of effort into that.
Too much.
And what 2 cameras did you use for your multi-camera?
The Sony A7 is in the shot. The straight on shot was just my iPhone, and the shot on the side was the GoPro. And the Sony A7 was the one that shifted focus.
Yeah.
Actually, it didn't shift focus. I focused on a certain point and did not hit my mark. But it was still just enough in focus that I figured it was usable. It could be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could still tell what it was.
Still reading.
No way. You guys want to see a moose getting hit by a car?
No.
Okay. I won't show it then. And he gets up and walks away.
A moose is like a flesh tank.
Oh, that looks brutal.
Doesn't look too good, huh?
No, look like he had lost his legs, but he gets up and walks away.
I've seen videos of the car driving along the road, and they show the moose just plowing through the snow that's up to close to its chest and just running, pacing the car. It's like, yeah, those things.
Gonna wrap some presents tonight or this afternoon. Get something under the tree. Ba-dum-ba-dum.
Want a dog?
No thanks.
I'm about to just open the door and let him out.
Hey, you don't mean that. You know that.
I mean it now.
No. You're a fibber. Oh.
So I get him in the back. Everything's fine, right? They don't like getting in the back. They know what's going on. They're spraying everything, do everything. As soon as I let him out, Tina walks up, looks at me, walks over to my recliner, and pees on my recliner. Little asshole.
That's what he was
And he
thinking
looked
of
right at
you.
me and did it. You saying that's for locking me in the back. I'm just glad that when he does, he hits the very edge of the bottom and the back. You know, he's not trying. He's just doing that just to show me he can do it. I'm glad it's leather. And I can wipe it off and clean it.
Really?
Yeah, every time I catch him doing it, I can tell if he does it. Yeah, the other day I cleaned it off real good and I wiped it down with lemon juice to keep him away with the smell.
Uh-huh.
And it worked until today. I just sprayed some perfume on it, on that area. And he goes over there and sneezes when he sees it. Hey, take your ass away from my chair. But now I'm worried about the other one trying to mark the place now because he marked it. So stop. What if I take this out to the Honey Island Swamp? The range out there. You could fly that around and see if somebody could hit it with a shotgun.
Probably, I would try it. a $200 skeet.
Well, it's a $200 paperweight.
Quiet, well lit, textured environments. Droney. Circle. Rocket. Spotlight. Direction track.
Morning, Jonathan.
Hey, Paul, you ever flew yours inside?
What?
The
Manio?
Neo.
No.
You need to find out if it works inside. See if yours works too.
You flew yours inside?
Yeah, mine goes batshit crazy.
Really?
You see how many satellites you can get, and if you got the satellites, and just see if it flies inside.
When
Well,
I
now,
fly
you-
inside, I don't get any satellites with any of my drones.
But you don't have the Neo, right?
I do not.
Because the Neo will say attitude mode, and then you can't control it. It don't let you control it.
It doesn't let you control it with anything?
Well, it for a second it will. For a second, I had it hovering out here the other day, and it was hovering, and I was using the RC2, and it said attitude mode, and it started going to the right, and I'm bringing it back to me and everything, and it just keeps going to the right, and then starts going down and hits and flips, just lands. Like the other day when I took off out here, I'm out there with 12 satellites. It takes off, and as I start going forward, it just gets dropping in altitude and just into the grass. As soon as it hit the grass, it stopped. Motor's turned off. So it landed. That's what it did. With 12 satellites.
I think you need to send it to the Pacific Northwest in a box.
Yeah,
And
have.
I'm a
he'll
bit
test
closer
it.
to
He'll
the.
test it for you.
I've got more satellites up here.
I think I got a better idea. I actually think I need to contact DJI about this.
Yeah, it might be defective. And when you explain to them what it's doing or not doing, they'll tell you whether or not they think that you should send it in for to have it checked.
Well,
Do
the
they
same
even
thing
do
with
a care? Do they even do a care refresh on that?
yeah, I have Care Refresh, but I don't think they'll charge me for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because even the other day when I was flying it out here and it's coming towards me with the motion controller, coming towards me, does not have obstacle avoidance, right? And it gets about maybe 15 feet from me, looking dead at me, and it starts going to the left to get away from me. I had to bring it back to me with the motion controller. It seems like when it gets close to me, it's like it does obstacle avoidance, some kind of obstacle avoidance.
The Cincinnati Bengals defense has just been going off in fantasy football. My gosh, the last 2 or 3 weeks, giving people a lot of points. I need to get them next week.
Indiana Harbor is upbound, Joe.
Here, the DJI 1000 is $379 again on Amazon for a flash sale.
The what? The DJI, which one?
The 1000, the big one.
It's 379 again. I saw it.
Yeah, 379 again. Stop. Maybe DJI knows something we don't know.
Yep. Mine should be here the 26th.
That's a DJ. I put DKI in there. Stupid ass. Hey, stop it.
Who was barking?
It's Loki. He thinks he's doing his job. You don't need to do your job. I said stop. Okay? Give me. Come on, get it. I'm actually going to send this to Ron Lockwood because
Yeah.
it might work for him up there.
So
See, definitely,
DJI is discounting their drones?
No, that's the one. Lucid drone.
Oh, you're talking about the charger,
Yeah, there's a charger.
the power pack, power supply. But they're not selling it for as cheap as what you got it for.
Well, I got it cheaper, but it was $379. It just, I told him, I tried to cancel it right away. Right, I mean, within 2 hours, I tried to cancel. It's already been processed. And the first one I canceled the day after. I was able to cancel that one a day later. So it wasn't processed. They just didn't want to do it. Yeah, that deal that Sunstar got for $530 is now $947.
Oh, really?
If I would have seen that deal, I think it was $537 or something like that, and you got the solar panel with it, I'd
Yeah.
have jumped all over that one.
Well, I thought you were getting the solar panels from somebody else.
Lon wants $200 for it, so I'm thinking about it. It's
What are they
$300.
normally? What are they
300.
normally? 3?
$299.
So he's
It's
giving you
$299.
$100 off.
Giving you $100.
It's $100 off. That's not bad. I'm thinking about it because
And how
it'd be good
many?
to have.
One solar panel.
Yeah. See, there's the deal. It uses 100. It could use up to 800 watts, right? And I like to get the one they recommending for it because they probably figured that works good. But if you go on Amazon right now, you can get for $199, you get 200 watts of solar panels. They've got all
But it's
kind of
not by the
specials.
same. But it's not from the same company.
Yeah, it's a different company, but it's still the same thing. It's still a solar panel, you know.
I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense to get the most you can get for the same money, but Are they,
Stop, please.
are those parts that much interchangeable?
See, I'm wondering about that because like I can get this one right here. Let me show you. For 159, it's just going to depend on the plug, I guess. That's what I'm thinking.
Don't you have to have some kind of a thing in order to plug the solar panel into, plug into
Well,
the?
I got that. I got
Okay.
that. But this one right here, but it gives you all the different connections
Oh, yeah.
like that, and that's 159 for that. But for $50 more, I'm getting the other one, you know, the one that they recommend with it, you know. So, you know, so that's my question. Stop, Logie.
Okie dokie dokie. Well, now, is Tito back over sleeping on the peon couch or what?
Yeah, he's on his chair. He was an asshole for a little while.
Now, which one peed on the couch or the furniture?
It was Tina. He walked up here, looked at me, and lifted his leg and peed right on the edge of the thing. And I busted his ass. Well, I tried to bust his ass. He kept getting away from him. Because look, if you want to, if you want to be technical here, $59 for 100 watt. You know.
What
Now, if
connection
you could-
does it have?
It doesn't show. It's just showing that right there. If you have the connection, that'll work. That's the whole thing. You got to find out what connection it is. You know, if I get the right connection for $59, I can buy 3 of those for 150, and they have 300 watts because I can plug 3 in.
So you can plug multiples. What do they do? Daisy chain together or what?
Well, you could do up to 800 watts, and the converter I have for the side poles has plugs for 3 different panels.
For 3 panels. Okay.
Yeah,
Are you still on?
Hey,
we're
Mark.
still on.
How you
But
doing, Mark?
that's the power unit again.
Well, it could have been better, my trip to the doctors, but never mind.
There's the 1000. It's 379, right?
Yeah,
That's what you got, right?
yeah.
Jonathan and Lloyd.
You paid more than that for it, didn't you? I mean, originally, not in the end.
Originally, it cost me with taxes and everything about $540. Not even 5. It was $440 something. When it's all said and done, when they knocked it, and I got the bag with it.
Now,
When
what are the? I see the boxes down below. What are the choices?
Donald, Lance.
Different prices.
Hey, Mark.
Oh,
You know the price. Yeah, right
Yeah.
there. What's that one?
let's see. That one comes with just a car charger. This one comes with the Mavic 3 charger, fast charger. This comes with the probably Air 3 fast charger. 947 comes with 1 panel. Yeah, it comes with,
How come it pictures 3 of them?
Oh, that's it right there. That'll show you the thing. That comes with the different output cables. That's the one that you plug the Mavic 3 battery into, and it charges it like in 10 minutes. And then that one with 3 panels and that little box right there. That's the little box I got.
Okay.
Like this.
And that's 900?
That's 1200.
1200.
So that's 369, and in 3, it's 300 a piece for the panels, $52 for the box, and that $379. So you're paying $12.75. That's actually not a bad deal for that price.
For everything you get?
Yeah, because you're getting 300 watts of power panels, you know?
Yeah, but
See, if I-
it all requires you to have sunlight though.
Yeah, that's all it needs, sunlight. See, that would work if I lived somewhere, like if I lived up in Folsom and I had a place I could put the panels and leave them there.
Yeah.
And then I could just plug them right in, you know? That'd be worth having. Yeah. Worth having the 3 panel. And it all depends too, how long are the cables?
Yeah. And whether you can get extension cables for them.
Yeah. Because if I had it set up in, say a like a den area or something like that, and I'm running a cable, I might have to run the cable 10 feet, 15 feet to get outside. And is that going to make a difference in it can taking the power in and everything else?
Right.
Unless I put it right against the, like a window that on, like built a little area for it, and then been able to go right through the wall.
I see the Anchor one is a lot more expensive.
Well, I tell you what, I almost didn't buy this one. I almost bought the Anchor. It was about the same price, 500, and it came with 2 solar panels back around Black Friday.
Mark's still drinking his fancy coffee, I see.
I've not changed the picture of her. No, we're just on a cup of tea today.
A cup of tea, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You did a good job. But you don't have to work all the time. Go drink that water. I put an additive in their water that works on their breath in their teeth.
Oh,
It
really?
loosens it loosens the plaque. The only one with the teeth that need a little more work is Loki. And because the other 2 had their teeth cleaned not that long ago, but he hasn't had his teeth cleaned in a while. And if you try to do it, you're gonna get bit. And but it's better than it was because of the way the stuff I give them is kind of hard. It makes some of it come off, but this other stuff softens it up. And after they drink it's like you put a cup in 16 ounces of water. you put the lid of the little container, and it's got a mini smell to it, and he cannot stand it. He'll go over there to get water, and he'll take one lick and walk away.
Really?
And the other ones are drinking it. And I told him, I said, that's what it's going to be. You got to drink it. So I'm going to make sure I'm giving him that. When I was giving it to him before, you could smell the difference in his breath. It was starting to work. And then I stopped giving it to him because he just wasn't drinking enough to me. But I'm not going to budge this time. I'm going to make him drink it. He'll drink it when he gets thirsty enough. But they sell a powder now that you can mix in their food, and it does the same thing. It breaks down all the enzymes on the plaque. But the problem is I give them dry food, so the powder ain't going to work. Stop, Logie. Logie. Hey, Lance, did you hear about the guy, some drone guy, Jeremy, right?
Yeah, from
He's given a Air 3S. He gave it to the drone meetup to give away.
yeah.
South Florida. He's sending them 200 Neos, or 20 Neos, 20 Neos.
Whoa.
Well, he's the guy
Yeah,
that
he's going to send them 20 Neos to give away.
Wow.
sent TJ the Neo as well.
Yeah. And TJ got it and said, but it's not the Flymore kit.
Yes, we sent him the Flymore kit.
What? Oh, TJ. Lean
So
forward.
he's sending 20 Neos to give away at the South Florida.
Wow. Very nice.
Yeah, he has,
And then they got
some sort of business. I'm not quite sure what, but it's to do with drones. I don't know whether it's selling them or whether it's just working.
And did you see the drones flying out of the air? Was it in Tampa Bay?
Well, I think
Yeah.
he's
Drone
in one
show.
somewhere near Bob. Not in Vegas.
Or was
Somewhere.
it in Vegas? I thought it was in Tampa Bay.
No. Jeremy's in Vegas.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, the drone show in Tampa Bay. Drones were flying out of the sky again. One of those dropping right out of the sky at night. Hit a kid in the chest, put him in critical condition, and they rushed him to the hospital. 7-year-old boy. Let's see, drone show. Tampa
Boy, they better have some insurance.
Bay. Yeah, exactly. FAA investigates Orlando drone show malfunction injuring 7-year-old boy.
That's all we need.
I know. Terrible timing.
Well, good news, they're not DJI drones.
I don't think the public cares.
No.
So Jenna and Barkley donated 6 mini toolboxes to be given away.
Mini
I
what?
might go to it because it's going to be like Christmas.
Toolboxes?
I'd win a Neo. You know that.
You'd win too.
Yeah, I probably would.
Marcus has probably donated a couple of toy drones.
So among the injured was a 7-year-old boy who sustained serious injury, including a facial wound and required emergency heart surgery.
Wow.
Heart surgery.
What?
Yeah.
That
Well,
don't make sense.
that must have been a pre-existing condition. There's no way that a drone hitting somebody can cause them to need heart surgery.
If it was the drone that I saw coming at the camera, boy, it was like coming into the crowd at about 100 miles an hour.
Nah, that makes sense. Makes sense. If you hit him dead in the chest, it's like a cardiac thump. It could stop the heart.
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose. Because, yeah, it would have fallen from a height. And I guess with gravitational acceleration, it would be traveling when it landed. Because gravity is 9.81 meters per second every second.
Here, share right here. So here's the drone falling out of the sky. You'll see one coming right into the crowd here in a second.
That's probably the one that hit the kid. That's Orlando.
It came into so right at the tail end. You see it on the right hand side, right over here, over the guy's shoulder.
Yeah, that's not right. Man, God darn it. I got a text just now. What is, I don't even see it now. I had a message that come through. Let me see where it's at. I gotta find it. I don't even know where it went, but it said, if it said DJI, and it said your password is expiring in 7 days. You ever seen that?
No,
Don't click on it.
don't click on it.
I do know that if you don't use your controller within a certain amount of days, it will log you out. Then you have to log back in again. And boy, is that a pain in the ass on the because you also have to put in a code that's one of those where the letters are all colors with lines going through them so you can't actually see what they are. Well, I can't.
Man.
We don't know, Jonathan. We're not sure why the FAA is investigating on why they fell out of the sky.
Yeah. So I get a message just came across on my phone. I told you I did that, lent my daughter some money, and I did it with a loan through a company that she's got to pay back. And I've had a loan with them before. And if you're paying back in 60 days, you don't have interest. So it's going to be paid back in 60 days because she's paying me in February, right? So it comes through and it says, "Hey, this is crazy." The thing, instead of the name, I don't know what it must be, Tracy or something, but it says, "Hey, this is crazy with Tower Loans." I'm gonna have to go show her that.
JJ, I just put the link of the news article in the chat. If you want to go look at it.
Were its lights still on when it came down?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they were.
So it still had power, so it must have been loss of connection.
Well, can you imagine the conflicting connections? with those thousands of drones in the air at one time in a small area?
Yeah, but it's all computerized.
Yeah, but it's still, you know, that to me is, and I'm amazed by it, but it doesn't surprise me that there are issues that pop up periodically.
Mm.
You know, when someone says that you can get a jammer that kind of jams the signal, and that creates that. And you know, the one that
Well, yeah, you can, because they're working on normal Wi-Fi signals, and you can get Wi-Fi jammers quite readily over here. I know I think it's supposed to be illegal for you to be able to buy them in America, but you can certainly get them in the UK. In fact, I think I've got one somewhere. We've just had 2 TFR come through. One for London from New Year's Eve till New Year's Day for the New Year celebrations. So I think they're going to have a drone light show for that, which is why they're saying they don't want any more drones in the air except them. And then the other one is for about 4 months over various Ministry of Defence properties, it says. So if you want to know exactly where, you've got to read the NOTAM.
Yeah, technology, as technology expands, it just becomes more and more complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan says when you read the article, it says it reads as though someone may have used a laser pointer on it.
Well, a laser pointer shouldn't actually have any effect on them because none of them have got cameras on for a start. All they've got is the lights.
Yep.
So a laser shouldn't affect them.
Yeah, I don't know what they have on board or don't have on board, but yes, I agree with you. In a perfect world, if they were not,
well, they produce them especially for light shows, so they don't need cameras. Literally, all they've got is the
GPS stuff.
A big light instead of the camera.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and they've all got GPS in it. All the coordinates and the movements are all controlled by a central.
Yep, all programmed. Yep.
Yeah. So unless somebody turned the computer off, Yeah, you can blame Microsoft for doing that update.
Like we're gonna get snow about 2 o'clock and it's gonna last until 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. It's gonna start
Right.
snowing about 2 o'clock.
We've just had like a drizzling rain on and off.
There's rain south of us and also west of us, so
Mm.
To let muscles pumping and relieves aches and pains. And
I'm gonna show you guys my weather. Not an exciting weather pattern. Okay. Share screen. Okay, can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here I am right here. There's 2 o'clock. And see how it backfills with snow?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
5 o'clock. Let's do a 24 hours cycle. Here we go. 8 p.m. Looks like about midnight it stops. There's after 12 o'clock. There's 12 o'clock. Then it says it's gone by 12, probably by 1 or 2. That's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So there's 1 o'clock in the morning. 12:30. There's 12 o'clock p.m. Still snowing.
I don't know whether they have got sensors, Jonathan. I mean, they're all flying at night, so most sensors wouldn't work anyway.
No, they're probably working on basically like an RTK type system.
Mm.
They'll have the ground unit just to keep them, because they're flying in such close formations and stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me.
But it might have been. I don't know. I don't know how they work.
What's Ron Brown talking about? He just did, Joe, he did a video, 6-minute video. It says DJI local data mode. Protect your DJI drones with data. I don't
Yeah,
get that.
it locks it out from sending any information to the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's under, that's what I wanted to look at, I never did look, it's under settings, I don't know if it's in everything. I think it's only with the Air 3 and above. Yeah, because I don't have it on mine.
Mm.
Now, it might have to be locked in, I might have to be started before it works. It's under settings in the Fly app, and it's probably, it's probably a, it's probably the Air 3, because he did it with the Air 3S.
Is that something to do with it syncing its flight log data? Because they're supposed to have turned that off, aren't they?
If guys are going to spend a lot of time together in some remote place, just the two of you alone, something eventually has to end up dead. Otherwise, it starts to feel too much like a date. Most men cannot go up to their friend, hey, do you want to get up really early tomorrow and go row a boat around the lake for a couple hours? We'll sit close and whisper. No, what? But you throw in, I'll bring my gun in case we see a duck. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, let's go for the weekend.
Stop.
I think men hunt and fish because if guys...
I like her. She's funny.
She's not funny. She sits there and reacts to other people who are funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
And the other one that I find funny, maybe it's just me, but is share.
No. Need to wipe the shit. We're gonna see Paul out there doing that. It's gonna be his new channel.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, but he won't know that you're not supposed to actually do it. He won't know you're supposed to use a sound effect.
Yeah. I think it could be not politically correct. It could be seen as taking the piss out of some medical condition.
That's on the streets of Los Angeles.
Yeah. Shit, the wind blew her into the other girl. Look at Dre.
Yeah.
Dre be saying, hold on, fella, let me get you some toilet paper.
They can't walk fast enough to get away.
The girl gonna walk into the pole. Need to have one that goes, hmm? Oh, here you go.
Yeah, no, that's my grandpa. What's up, grandpa? Yeah, sorry, he has IBS.
He has OBS.
Grandpa, will you dap me up? A fist bump, maybe? Oh. Hey, it's okay. Just chill. Ooh, he's got a bit of sweat stains, though.
I mean, I
Walk hard for you, grandpa. I've been telling you need to lose some weight. You can get a free membership at
Aimed it right out. Yeah, that's a case of irritable bowel syndrome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's irritable to everybody else.
Here you go. Girl gonna walk into that tree. Yeah. You know, don't show that to TJ.
Mm-hmm.
I can see TJ out on the curb doing that.
Now, do I want to go to my sister's today?
But you got to go to your sister's today?
I should go between now and Christmas and drop off the Christmas present.
Oh.
But do I really feel like going? You know?
Will she feed you?
Oh, she probably got food today. Today's Monday. Probably got red beans and rice. She's the one that owned the restaurant. So she cooks.
Uh-huh.
So if I go over there around 1 o'clock, she probably got red beans and rice going.
Beans and rice?
Yeah, red beans.
That
Red
sounds
beans,
like,
rice, sausage.
That sounds like that's what that guy was eating that was having the fart attack.
Yeah, when I make it, I tell you what, I'm just like, Yeah, I was gonna get red beans yesterday. I forgot. I was gonna make some, but I gotta cook that ham first because it's gonna be red beans, rice, and ham this time. You know, some of that good spiral ham. And I'm gonna cut up all little chunks.
When you say red beans, do you mean kidney beans or
Kidney beans. Yeah, kidney beans.
kidney beans? Yeah.
Kidney beans, the Trinity, little Cajun spice, little ham shank. And that come out real nice. About 6 cups of water, boil it down a little bit and get it nice and thick.
Very cool.
Ham hock with grated potatoes yesterday.
Hey, I'll show you guys my favorite. I can't stop buying this stuff. Just a minute.
Yeah, Boston cream.
Yeah.
Boston creams and Jimmy Dean sausage bowl, a breakfast bowl.
I've just had a Belgian vanilla slice.
Ah.
Being a photographer, you can't tell what fall in love while the class. Yet some moments aren't
So he's gonna come back with a bowl of ice cream, a breakfast bowl, a Boston cream, and a Diet Pepsi. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, he goes to Tim Hortons all the time and he doesn't drink coffee. He might have some donut holes as well.
This is my favorite stuff right here. I get this at Sam's Club.
Yeah, that's what you need there, Paul.
Barbecue
Look at
baked
that.
beans.
You'll be sounding just like that guy in a little bit.
Barbecue baked beans are good.
It is good. Here, I'll let you see what it looks like inside. See there?
They
You'll see
do
what it looks. You'll see what your insides look like later.
a curried one as well. And a peri peri one. And what was the other one now? There's about 4 or 5 different versions they've got over here.
You eat it cold, Paul? Obviously.
Yep. Right out of the container.
So my calendar on the Apple came out and they said Christmas Eve is tomorrow. Then it says half day holiday tomorrow. So I guess I got half day off. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Paul, you want to try heating them up and putting them on a piece of toast?
Put it on your donut.
I eat the hell out of these.
Good old-fashioned baked beans on toast.
Just sprinkle it. Just spread it on top of your Boston cream.
Hey, Nico, how's it going?
Extreme minute, sir.
Yes.
Does Paul have renters anymore, or not?
Oh
The,
hell no! I gotta go get this.
the guy's wife still lives there. Well, he's
Okay.
common wife. But the kids went back to the mothers in Tennessee. Well,
Louisiana.
yeah, Louise. I think
I don't know where.
she's still
I'm
got. Did they say Baton Rouge?
I
Hammond.
don't know. I don't think he said it. I didn't hear. Because I was saying it's
Manderville.
gonna be ironic, because what's gonna happen is Dallas is gonna wind up at Mandeville High School, and
Yeah.
then she's gonna be on the cheerleading staff, and I'm gonna be shooting her pictures. Now that would be fun. I'd like to do that.
Mhm.
That would actually make my day. Be able to take pictures of Dallas and send them back to Paul.
Yeah.
So Sam's has 3 pounds of Little Smoky Hillshire Farm sausage. $6.98. Shoot, that I might have to get me that, and so you eat those for breakfast.
Mhm.
3 pounds of them. That stuff hurt your feelings.
That's a big breakfast.
And that'll give me enough to like right now. I go buy the Walmart brand pork sausage that are already fully cooked, and I take 2 or 3 of them out and throw them in the air fryer for 11 minutes while I'm cooking my eggs and grits. So then I got sausage, eggs, and grits in the morning.
I just use Richmond Irish pork sausages.
Yeah, I just love this barbecue
raw.
baked beans with beef brisket inside.
But you're eating them cold.
Nothing wrong with that.
I wouldn't do it.
I still think he should spread it over his Boston cream.
All I gotta do is dip the Boston cream in.
I might go up and have some ramen noodles for lunch.
I just had oatmeal for breakfast. That's what
They
I-
proper.
TJ,
Yeah,
had,
they'll be proper. Yeah.
TJ had ramen noodles last night.
Well, I bought some, and I buy them from the Asian aisle there because you get the different variety. You don't get just the cheapy ones.
Mhm.
And this was the normally I get the Shin noodles, and I've had the Shin black, and this had the Shin red fiery. And I thought I took it as a challenge.
Of course.
And someone told me later that you're supposed to just take that spice packet and add enough, however you like, to make it spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
no,
just,
all of
I
it.
just,
Yeah.
I just dump all the packets in there. That bowl, it came really close to having me throw up the white flag.
Hot was it?
It didn't. I defeated it.
Mhm.
But
Good.
I went through. I had a glass of water down here, and I went through. It went up, got me a refill. Third refill, went up there, grabbed me a piece of bread, come down with me. It's like, it was woo. But I still have 3 packages of that left.
But it's something you've got to eat on your own because nobody else will have that.
Oh no. Oh no, it's stupid insane. And I could use just a portion of the spice packet. But that is admitting defeat.
Yeah.
Since I've already defeated the bowl once, I've accomplished this task before. There's no reason I can't do it again.
Yeah, true.
And so, oh yeah, in my nose, it cleared out everything. In fact, I think I saw, my nose was running so much, I'm pretty sure that I saw a little screw that my son dropped in his nose when he was little. Because it cleared out everything. And then shortly after that, everything shut back down again, just like, all right, we're going to have to do a quick reset because we don't know what he just did to us. But I think that's what I'll have for lunch.
Well, I ain't dealing with him. I got my A1C back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, how am I gotta deal with this man? 6.4. Wait. 6.4. It was 6. It was 6.6. So I'm not a diabetic anymore.
That's
The
perfect.
6.5 is diabetic.
Yeah.
I have
Yes.
no idea what these numbers mean.
Yeah, the range on it, if you're 6.4 or 5 or above, you're considered diabetic.
And what is it
That's
measuring?
It's your A1C is your hemoglobin rate over a 3-month period.
Okay.
So I'm 6.4. When I took it last time when he put me on Ozempic, I was 6.6. And he said that was borderline. And it is, that's borderline. So I'm at 6.4, so I'm no longer a diabetic. And I was smart of myself. Yesterday, I was sitting here because I knew I was taking a blood test today. So I watched the sugar for the last couple of days. And yesterday I sat here and I grabbed the candy cane, stuck it in my mouth. Y'all didn't see that? I stuck it in my mouth and went, oh shit. Took it out of my mouth, went, washed it off and put it away. And I said,
Good,
I'm not
Joe.
eating no sugar.
But you should not cram for a test unless you're actually going to change your lifestyle.
I ain't changed shit.
Yeah, boy.
I think mine's
No, I actually have changed my lifestyle. I've gone from the white sugar to cane sugar. And the only time I eat sugar, except for when I go, like right now when they got the Christmas candy out there, I like the little Christmas tree milk chocolates, you know. But I'll go, I haven't had them in a week. That was a good thing. I made sure I stayed off of them for a week because that will spike your A1C. But what I did was I go get the cane sugar, the regular brown sugar, and I use that in my coffee in the morning.
it's
And
still sugar.
2 level teaspoons of that gives me the flavor I want. And it's enough sweetness. And it's better than the white sugar. It's not as refined, you know. I
Black
can't drink it by
and bitter. Like my heart.
like your no, like your heart. That's a good one. No. But that's a good sign that it's going to get him off my case. I don't have to deal with Dr. Long and his attitude.
I think my HbA1c was 7.8.
Yeah, he's got a real attitude wanting to keep you healthy, that bastard.
Yeah, you heard the first time you saw me. I had the cane in my knee. I was about 30 pounds heavier, and I had a cane because my knee was killing me. They were getting ready to replace it.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at me. First time I see him, and my agent I used to work for at the Simple Goodness bookstore. Anthony Campo was my agent, and he said, and I had to switch doctors, and he said, well, I'm gonna get you Dr. Long. He's a good doctor, but he's got an attitude, but I know you can handle it. He said, my wife can't handle him because his attitude.
Because the attitude is he tells the truth.
He tells the truth.
Yeah.
So I sat there, and he looks at me. He's going through stuff, and he goes, "Okay, I got all of this," and everything's
You need,
calm.
bad, you
and he
need to
goes-
lose weight.
He goes, "No, it's worse than that." So he says, everything looks pretty good. He says, everything's in line. He goes, so young man, what's the cane for? Like that. And he's older than me. He's like probably almost 80. And he says, young man, what's the cane for? I said, my knee hurts. He said, it's because you're fat.
Yeah.
He said,
Yep.
said it just like that. Now, when I went and saw him about 6 months ago, I said, you've chilled out a little bit. He said, what do you mean? I said, remember the first time when you said I was fat? He said, I didn't say that. So yes, you did. I said, right off the bat, you said, what's the cane for? You're fat. You know, and so now I give him a little bit back. But I hadn't seen him in 6 months, and he wanted me to do a colonoscopy in the last 6 months, and I haven't done it. I'm waiting for that because my insurance changed. Now they want to charge me, instead of me getting it for free, they want to charge me $100 to do it. So I want him to do the Cologuard. I don't have a problem because every year I have a PET scan, and it shows everything wrong with my whole body, and nothing's there. So I ain't worried about it. It's not showing any signs of cancer, nothing like that, any abnormalities, anything. So the PET scan,
the Cologuard is just crap in a box.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have him. I'm not doing a colonoscopy right now. I don't need to. You know. So, but
the
but
Cologuard,
the last time I gave
they
him,
charge you for the Cologuard, but here's a little known secret: it is perfectly free to crap in a box and mail it to anybody you want.
yeah, I know.
Well, you pay for the shipping.
Yeah, I did it. I did it about 3 years ago, and I knew the UPS guy, Mikey, and I called him up. I said, "Hey, Mike, I got some shit for you. Come get it." And he said, "Okay, I'll drop by. What do you got?" I said, "I got a box of shit for you." He says, "Okay." And so he comes in and he says, "What's in the box?" I said, "It's nothing but shit. And I handed it to him. He looked at it, started laughing. He goes, "Oh, that's funny," because he knew what it was when he saw the box. He said, "That's funny." He said, "I didn't put that together." I said, "Don't forget to pick up the shit today." So that's good. That one came back. Now I'm waiting on the other ones to come back because I did all of them today. I had the ones for the cardiologist, everything. I'll get to look at my white blood count, red blood count. I don't know from my what you call it, oncologist too. I'll know all of that today.
Good. I am super happy that I found a place where I can pirate shop around the corner, so I'm going to watch that tonight.
I can link it to my Apple Watch. Can you believe that shit?
Link what?
My chart, my medical thing to my Apple Watch.
Really?
That's what it's saying. I don't know if I want to. I ain't doing it.
Hey, Rodney, how's it going?
It's on my phone. It's close enough. I don't need the link anywhere else.
Rodney said hello to little Llama Laura, your buddy, Joe.
Rodney's back. Hey, Rodney.
Rodney's back. Good morning, Rodney.
Well,
It's
Laura
morning
said she
for me.
wasn't home, and then she was on live. So maybe she's not telling exactly the truth.
Well, you don't. Maybe she's out digging a hole for David.
Might be it.
Because last night she told him, "You better sleep with one eye open tonight."
But your pillow tight.
Rodney says hello to Lance, Mudball, Jonathan, Grumpy Vlogger. So what's new with you, Rodney? Anything? Yeah. Everybody's making plans for the meetup. Oh, Rodney's just at work on break.
For the
that
South
meetup
Florida?
is going to be crazy in South Florida this year. You're going to have Air 3S. You're going to have all those toolboxes. He's already getting other stuff in. He's going to have 20 Neos to give away.
My wife suggested that I could go, but she also wants to take a vacation later on in the year. And I don't have that time off, so I need to make a choice. Go down to South Florida or
think I'd
go
go
on
with the
vacation with
wife.
my wife. I'm going with the wife. I'm not stupid.
Yeah, you got to go with the wife, you know.
She suggested I could go if I wanted. That's a test.
No,
That's a
she
trick.
didn't. No, she did.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
a trick
trick.
question.
No,
Or is that a trap?
That's well. If you go to the drone meetup on your own, I can go somewhere on my own with the girls.
She doesn't go with any girl.
Girls,
She did
She doesn't
a
have
few
that.
years ago, and she doesn't ever go anywhere on her own. But one time, a few years ago, she says, "I've never traveled on my own, so I wanted to go down." She took a week and went down to Galveston, and just on her own, just got out and middle of winter.
Galveston, oh Galveston. It's a good song.
And it's like I've never been to Galveston now, and I kind of want to look like it was a nice time, but
Very windy when I went.
Yeah, it's always got them trade winds blowing all the time.
Right there at the Gulf Stream.
To go down to Grand Isle, Louisiana to get the same thing.
Louisiana.
So where in Louisiana did Dallas go? Do you know?
No, I don't know exactly where.
Yeah, because I need to find out if she's in the area. Like I said, if she wound up at Mandeville High School and she's a cheerleader or something, I will make sure I send y'all pictures.
I'll see if I can't find out where she is.
I mean, that would be funny. That would top off my career. Because like I said, I had a girl come up to me last year at one of the playoffs, and she goes, "You're Mr. Joe?" I said, "Yeah, why?" She goes, "My grandmother wants to talk to you." I walked over and I said, "Yeah, what's up?" She goes, "You shot my picture." I said, "I did what?"
You heard me what?
I shot her picture back in.
Oh, no, that's not me, Sheldon. Here's my question for you.
Mm.
Where is your sister at now down in Louisiana, right?
Yes, she's down in Louisiana.
Where? You know what city?
Lake Charles.
Lake
Louisiana,
Charles.
if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken. My
Okay.
birth home.
That's your birth home. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Joe lives, where do you live, Joe?
Mandeville, near New Orleans.
Mandeville, near New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Yep, yep. So he was wondering, because Joe shoots a lot of like sporting events, like girls and men's for like the newspaper and stuff. And he says
High school.
if she was going to high school, like at Mandeville High School, he would be able to see her, you know.
Oh yeah, no, sadly, if I'm not mistaken, I think she's going into fourth grade, fourth or fifth.
Fourth or fifth grade. Okay.
Yeah,
It'll
I'm
be a
still gonna
while.
be. Yeah, I'll still be doing it. I know it. I'll still be doing it.
You'll
Like I
still
said,
be
I got at least 15 more years of this.
All right. Okay, Nico.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, this year I did the junior high cheerleaders and the junior high football, so it wouldn't be that long. Be 4 years.
Well, she's
So-
In Lake Charles, that means she's probably going to Barb. That's the school out in Lake Charles. And if you want to hear the ironic part about it,
what's that?
Mandeville plays Barb every once in a while.
Oh, really?
So it may be, I'm telling you, may still happen.
Little rivalry. Yeah.
We play them basically in playoffs. And the way he's been scheduling stuff, he may schedule them for a regular game because they're a good team. And he wants to play good teams.
Mhm.
Because now your win-loss record counts, but the people you play, they work with power rankings. So if you play a better team than you and you lose to them, don't matter as much because they're going to beat all the other teams and you get more power points because of their wins.
Rodney, thanks for stopping in. You have a great day. He said he's got to
So they
get
make
back
it-
to work.
They're making it like a participation thing so that you get more power points by the teams you play. If they're better teams, even if you lose, and you get still, we're going to let you play us because you had to play all these good teams, you know, we give you a better spot.
Well, did Dallas do any sports at all? Like basketball or volleyball or anything?
No, she's only 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, she's not ready for that. She got a couple more years before they start doing it. She'll find something she likes, like volleyball or something like that. And you never know. It could because they're in the same, and that all the schools in that area in Lake Charles are in the same class as Mandeville. So what'll happen is if they might play Mandeville in volleyballs, could be soccer, it could be anything.
Soccer, baseball, basketball.
Yeah, and I don't mind taking a trip to Lake Charles because Lake Charles is only about 2.5 hours away.
Oh, okay.
and then you get to stop and get some Billy's Boudin along the way.
Ah,
As long as I look when I go travel, I look to see where the restaurants are first. I make
You
sure if I got to
you
go
got
to
'em all
Alexandria,
mapped
I go
out.
through. If I got to go through Alexandria, I could cut from Baton Rouge across through Opelousas up, or I could stay about 20 miles south and go through Lafayette and get some Boudin and then go up. You know, so I'll stay at 20.
What
It's
is
only about a 15 minute.
boudin?
It's a Cajun rice sausage with it's rice, pork, and everything mixed in the sausage with the spices. It
I
used to
don't
be
know if
called
Don
blood
has
sausage.
I don't know if Don's ever had boudin or not.
Sounds a bit like
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
He says it
yeah.
originated in Missouri.
No, but there is a guy up at the lodge. He makes his own, and it's his game day ritual so his team doesn't lose that he grills up some boudin.
Oh, that stuff's so good.
sounds a bit like a
Never heard of it before.
It's good. He makes his pretty spicy, which I like.
Yeah.
But some people don't like that spicy. But you can get it different.
Different levels of spicy.
Yeah.
yeah. I guess it's like I mean, our black pudding, you can get just plain mild, or you can get it with chili in it. And
Here you go, Paul.
that is a blood sausage.
Yep.
That's Billy's Boudin right there.
Wow.
It's
And
good.
they have the Boudin
And-
balls like this.
And I would say it's kind of similar to haggis in the fact that you have a grain mixed
A meat
in
and a
with the meat.
grain, yeah.
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 Where
If
we
you look at all the spices in there like that, and that is about the size of a baseball, right?
Yeah.
A little bit under, like a tennis ball, about the size of
More-
a tennis ball.
I see it's priced at $18. What do you get? One or two of those?
No, that's probably a dozen of them. That's a 6-pack. That's 6-pack.
we would more likely use
So
barley.
you're paying about $2.80, about $2 something a piece, right? And when you go there, they sell them for about $2 a piece. It's a little bit bigger than it's not as big, it's almost the size of a baseball. It really is.
Boudin
But
ball.
and what they do is they deep fry it. So you got the crust on the outside, you got the boudin on the inside. And when I go there, I usually buy like 4 of them. And I'll get the crawfish, I'll get the shrimp, and I'll get the regular one. And then
That looks kind of interesting doing it like that.
that
You said it's about
that
the
is
size of a baseball?
so good. About the size of a baseball.
That would be about the size
There
of a
you go.
small,
That's even better.
It'd be like a small
Oh,
haggis.
look at that.
yeah, small,
Oh,
about baseball size, yeah.
shoot. I might go take a ride to Lafayette and get some.
Yeah, I'm used to it in the sausage.
So in that picture, what is that? One of them cut in half and
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shrimp one. That's a shrimp because I can see a piece of shrimp right here. But then that one's the plain boudin. That's the regular one. But it's either the crawfish or the shrimp. So I can see something here looks like it could be a shrimp. But those things, like I said, that's about the size of a baseball. And you get 2 of them, it'll fill you up.
Wow.
But that's Billy's Boudin, Scott, Louisiana. It's right next to.
No,
Forget
I've
about it
never,
once.
I've never heard of boudin. I mean, I've heard the word before, but I didn't know what the hell it was.
I put the link in the chat. That's the site to the Boudin balls. But you can buy them and they'll ship them to you.
Oh, really?
You know, they have them frozen and they'll just pack it up and send it to you. Last time I went through there, I've got a little red bag somewhere around here that says Billy Boudin. It's an insulated bag. Last time I went through there, I spent $37 on Boudin.
Oh, really?
I filled that bag up and brought it home. I had Boudin for a couple of weeks.
And then do you freeze it or you just put it in the refrigerator?
Well, it was frozen. So what I did is I took it out 2 at a time and vacuum sealed them 2 at a time. And I'd go ahead and I'd take them out and just heat them up. And I'd heat them up a little bit to let them thaw out, and then I'd stick them in the air fryer. I'd microwave them for about a minute just to get them warm on the inside, and then throw them in the air fryer to crisp them back up. But the problem is when I have them in there, it seems like that's all I eat for a week.
Really?
They're that good. They're that good. And it's spicy. God darn it, they're spicy. But I saw something here. I never even saw before. It's got my attention. This one right here.
I've definitely got to get round to coming over there at some point.
What is
Boudin
that?
bread.
Boudin bread?
Yeah,
So it's a stuffed bread, is it? Or
it's stuffed with that. It's all on the inside, stuffed in it. Now you see that makes sense
looks like a bagel.
because yeah, that's probably I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you the size. I've never seen it. But it says small. Let's see. Go back to I lost it. It's gone. Let's see. It says Boudin pepper jack cheese stuffed in a fresh homemade bread, topped with pepper jack cheese. It says 2.5 pounds. So it's got to be pretty nice size.
Each one of them weighs 2.5 pounds. Wow.
Yeah, and it's $30 for one of them.
Oh, one for $30.
Yeah, so that's probably okay. It's 10.5 by 10, 2 inches thick. So it's 10 inches round, basically, 2 inches thick. Oh hell yeah! Gotta get me one of those. But they came out a couple years ago with the king cakes during Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
And the king cakes are a pastry. Some of them are filled with cream cheese, with raspberry cream cheese, all kind of stuff, all mixed with different toppings. I mean, not the toppings, all the different fillings. And then they put the sprinkles on the top and the colors and all that. A lot of sugar, right? They came out with a Boudin king cake a few years ago. And it was the same thing. It's like the bread one. And all they do is they put like a gravy over the top.
That don't sound right.
I'll put it this way. It looks right.
Did they still hide a baby Jesus in it?
It would sound right if they used a Yorkshire pudding for the base.
Because they stuff it with the Boudin.
It doesn't sound right to me just because king cake, I'm thinking of a specific flavor.
Yeah, that's me.
And
I
to
haven't
say
done it yet.
Boudin with it, or Boudin instead. It's like, it's not king cake.
See if I can find one.
I thought everybody knew what king cake was.
Yeah, it started out in Acadiana.
It's not something that we would know of as king cake. I don't know what it actually is, but
yeah, you probably know something similar to it.
Yeah. There you go, Don. That's one right there. That looks almost like a pastry crust.
Mm-hmm. That does.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be
I
good.
can kind of see it as a savory. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, yeah, baby. It says,
what kind of money is that?
I don't know. It says cheese stuffed encased crusty. So it's got to be like what you call it. It's got a jelly glazed bread, the king of all king cakes, basically all cakes. 6 key ingredients in this Cajun recipe. But that's what they do. They stuff the pepper jack cheese in the Boudin and then put it on the inside. There you go. Look at that. That's almost like a croissant type of roll. Oh yeah, that'd be good. I could make that myself. God darn it. I'll send you that recipe there, Don. Yeah, that I might I'm sending that one to me. I might make that myself. Give me an excuse to go to Lake Charles.
Yep, we'll make that. We'll probably improve on up here in Missouriana.
I knew that was going. Missouriana?
Yeah.
That's fun. That was funny. Missouri Anna. Oh shit.
We used to have
It's my daughter-in-law's birthday today. Lord help me.
a restaurant I did a commercial for called the Bayou, and it was someone displaced by Katrina came up here and he opened up a restaurant here, and he'd always end it right here in Missouriana. But his big thing was the muffalata.
Yeah.
The whole muffalata. Let her have it. Oh yeah, that looked good. Oh, that, yeah. Yeah, just Pillsbury Crescent rolls. All right, yeah, I might be making that. I don't know when.
Yeah. I will have it made before the first of the year.
Sounds like a holiday creation.
I might make it for one of the lodge potlucks.
You know what I might do? I might make it and bring it over to my brother
There you
for
go.
Christmas.
Mm.
Because they always tell me, we got to, don't bring food. We got it. Just come take pictures. That's all they want me to do.
You're the picture man.
Yeah, go take the pictures and give them to them for Christmas, the Christmas pictures. Might have to make me 2 of those. Take one over to my granddaughters too. Might have to make me 3. I have one home.
Make 4, one of them in the refrigerator.
No, I just need 3. And then since it looks, I can make it look like a king cake. Like that, I could have those for king cakes all year. I'll do Mardi Gras.
Don was going to say something.
Yeah. You don't want raw flour. But I was thinking something, maybe some, just sprinkle, maybe just a sprinkling, just the lightest dusting of, say, cornstarch over the top of it to look like powdered sugar, kind of.
Yeah, that'd be funny. That might work. You gotta hit something over the top.
Just
do
the
raw
lightest
flour.
dusting. No, you don't want to do raw flour, so I was thinking cornstarch might be better. You can do cornstarch and just the lightest dusting. I mean, that you can barely even see, but it kind of would hint at that powdered sugar look.
Hallmark journey here on this gorgeous gem of an island. It promises to be a truly special experience. Robert Owens, everyone. This is our first opening, so we're operating a limited with one of a Caribbean twist. But the thing that works with it is the quality. Come to expect from the Kalmar and the chance to be a part of Robert Owens.
So I sent to the birthday video and it says, "Happy birthday to my favorite daughter-in-law." She's the only one, but she's my favorite.
That's what my dad says to my wife.
And I'm even putting that in quotations.
Well, I guess I'm gonna call it.
Well, it is almost noon here.
Yeah, it's almost 1 o'clock here, so. Joe, you take care. We'll see you tonight, right, Joe?
Yeah, I should be here.
Thanks for covering for me.
Hey, you're welcome.
And we'll see
I'm thinking about
everybody
running them
later today. 5
I'll
o'clock
probably run them
PM
myself.